Settle down, guys. Audible mic, yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's start, guys. Today's topic is consignment. We are starting around 2:30. We'll go till 6:30 or 7. Whatever time is needed to finish. Okay. Now, consignment is a topic which we can take for 15 hours, 10 hours, 5 hours or 2 hours. Depends on how we take it. Okay. Consignment is a topic. The concepts you learn here extends into even CA Inter in two topics, branch accounts and consolidation. Our discussion over here in the next 3 hours, considering our exam is nearby, is going to be exam oriented. How do you solve the sum in exam? Are you going to be ready for the exam or not? Clear, guys? Okay. Let me give an introduction for this topic, and the first sum alone we might take 30 to 40 minutes to solve, and the next sum will take 15-20 minutes. As we keep going, time will keep dropping, and then you will know how to solve those sums. Okay. Now follow, guys. First, let's understand what is consignment, what are the implications, why it's needed. Let's say we have Hyundai showroom or Hyundai factory is there. Where is Hyundai factory? It's in Chennai, outskirts of Chennai. Sriperumbudur is where Hyundai cars in India gets manufactured. No, it gets assembled. From here, the cars are sent to multiple outlets from which you can go and buy the car. So if you want to buy Hyundai car, nobody goes to the factory unless you have people there. Mostly you go to a showroom. We call them as dealers. So let's say there is dealer 1, dealer 2, dealer 3, 4 and 5, correct? So now this car is sent from Hyundai factory to the dealer. From dealer, the third party is going to make a purchase, correct, guys? So this chapter in simple is nothing but this person, this factory is called as what? Consignor. The one who is sending the goods is called consignor. The person who is receiving the goods is called consignee, and third party is you and me who are buying it, correct? Now accounting involves here. Now who is going to do the accounting? Accounting involves here. For the consignee, if you are the consignee, it's easy. Goods coming in, coming out, that's it. But for the consignor, if Hyundai is going to do the account, Hyundai will have multiple dealers, correct? Dealer 1, dealer 2, dealer 3, dealer 4, dealer 4, dealer 5. Each dealer, it's easy. If I am the dealer, for me it's simple. Goods coming to me, goods going out. So I know it's like an stock account where if 100 goods are received, 120 are sold, 20 is my profit. That is what the consignee does, correct? But when it comes to the consignor, for the consignor, he has to keep track of goods sent to each of the dealer, and then how much he is getting back money also, correct? Are you following, guys? Understanding? Now, when will Hyundai actually make money? When goods are sold to the third party, correct? So when goods are sent from Hyundai to dealer, for Hyundai, let's keep two people, let's keep Hyundai is the consignor, and let's say dealer, let's say for example we'll have Namrata is the dealer of cars, she has a showroom, okay? For Hyundai, Namrata is like a debtor, true or false? Not debtor, like a debtor, correct? Because I am sending goods, I am waiting for money, yes or no? Same thing happens with debtor. You sell goods, wait for money. Sorry, for Namrata showroom, she will again sell to customer, wait to get the money, correct? So there are double debtors over here. Hyundai has one debtor, Namrata has an actual debtor. So for Hyundai, I have to prepare two accounts. What are the two accounts I have to prepare? Look at this. Two accounts. First account is Namrata account. Namrata account, which is called for the consignor. He will prepare two accounts. First one is the consignee account, and next account is called consignment account. Let me explain. Namrata is sending, Hyundai is sending goods to Namrata. Namrata is selling to the third party. Now, if I am Hyundai, Namrata, let's say I send to her 20 cars. She sold 18 cars. 2 are left with her. Will I know about this today? No. As Hyundai, I will know about this only when Namrata tells me about that. Correct? Are you following? So again, look at this, guys. We have Hyundai, which is consignor. Then we have Namrata, which is who is consignee, and then there is going to be a multiple third parties from whom money will be taken. So the story here is consignor gives goods to consignee, consignee sells to third party gives money back to the consignee, consignee gives money to consignor. This is the chain of events, correct? Your accounting also revolves around this. Our accounting also revolves around this. Who is doing the accounting? In all the sums, consignor is going to prepare the accounts. We have sums with consignee, but the major sums is what? Consignor. Consignor only will prepare the accounts. He has to prepare two accounts. One account, look carefully, to track the transactions over here. How many goods are sent? How much money I am getting back, correct? How many goods are sent and how much money I am getting back? And one more account to track what consignee is actually doing. From the goods he received, how much he sold, how much money he got back, what are his expenses. Are you following? Clear? Because if I keep one account for everything, it will become confusing. For that purpose, I am keeping two accounts. One account is for my transactions with the consignee. One account is for what consignee is doing. Are you following, guys? This how I will prepare. I won't know until he gives me data. Are you following, guys? See, what is happening between Hyundai and between Namrata, I will know. Who am I here? Hyundai. Hyundai will know. Is the speed fine, guys? Okay. So, what is happening between Hyundai and between Namrata, Hyundai will know, because I am one of the party for the transaction, correct? So, either goods are sent or goods are sent or cash is received or some other transactions here, some expense, this and that. But what is happening between consignee, Namrata and third party, Hyundai will never know until Namrata gives a report. What report? Hey, I got 100 cars, I sold 80 cars, 20 cars are in stock, my expense is this, electricity bill is so much, rent is so much, staff expense is so much. She has to give a report, correct? That report is called account sales. It's theoretically called what? Account sales is the report consignee gives consignor. Are you following? Only when that report comes, I can prepare that second account. But I end up preparing two accounts. Is that fine, guys? So what are the two accounts? Hyundai with Namrata. The account of consignment. That's called the consignment account. Are you following? That account majorly represents what? Hyundai and Namrata. Hyundai and Namrata majorly represents what, guys? Goods which are sent to her and money which I am receiving back technically, or sales which is happening. What is going to be my profit on the transaction with her? One more account is the consignee Namrata account, where in that account, in the Namrata consignee account, in that account, I will just do a summary of account sales. how much money she sold, how much she got, how much she spent. Are you following, guys? Keep this at the back of the mind. I am not done with all the concepts. The first sum I am going to solve, I will teach you while solving itself. Okay. In exam, how are we going to do it? Clear? So we will learn a lot of concepts as to why we are doing something with the sum. If you look at the book, there are so many journals. I don't like any of these journals, so we will leave them. We will come back in the end where you will do the journals by yourself. How I am going to teach this chapter is very simple. Let's say I have debtors account, cash account. Okay. Debtors is 300, cash is 300. What's my entry? Cash to debtors. So this chapter I am going to teach you in reverse. We will first learn the ledgers easily. So this is the way you have to learn this chapter. Okay. First, so this, if I write like this, you know it's cash to debtors. So this chapter first I will teach you ledger posting for 2-3 sums. Then you tell me journals in the end of the class. Are you following, guys? That's how we are going to approach this chapter itself. It's going to be easy, don't worry. We'll go to the, not the first sum. There are concepts like normal loss, abnormal loss, commission, all of that I'll take it up with the sum, guys. Not this sum also. Is it this sum I want to do? Yeah, perfect. Question number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want to finish maximum sums. We'll start off with third sum. Sir, you didn't teach anything. This sum will take us 45 minutes. Question 4 is also a similar sum which will take us half the time. Okay. With this sum, I'll teach the entire concept. Okay, follow, guys. Wait till the sum gets over for you to have all conceptual understanding. Then ask me the doubts. 100 toys are consigned by Rosie of Calcutta to Sahu of Srinagar. Who is the consignor? Rosie is the consignor. Who is the consignee? Like Hyundai is Rosie, Namrata is Sahu. Following, guys. So Rosie is consignor, Sahu is consignee. Get this clarified in every sum first step. So you have to prepare 2 accounts. What account? Consignment account and consignee account. Who is the consignee? Sahu. So this sum I will be looking at the solution and I will show you. So look at this. We have consignment account and we have one more account called Sahu, which is nothing but consignee account. Leave the other accounts, stupid accounts, they are not that much relevant at this point. Relevant for exam, don't write stupid in exam. Okay. Now, done, guys. At a cost of 150 each. Okay. Cost of 150 each. So here we have 2 accounts. Consignment account and consignee, which is consignee account. Whatever happens here, will I know now? No. Only when Sahu tells me, I will be aware about it. Until then, I can do accounting only in this account. Now, this consignment account, for the time being, imagine it to be a mix of trading and P&L account. Are you following? For the time being, assume it's a trading account of Sahu. Trading of Sahu. Trading of Sahu. Who's Sahu? Consignee. Or in our example, assume it to be the trading of Namrata. For the time being, for our exam purpose, for the sum. When the sum gets sold, we'll get the concept. So what does trading account do? When goods are received, I will debit. When goods are sold, I will credit. This will be net profit. This account also is like that. Basically, who is preparing this account? Loudly, guys. In this question, who's the consignor? Rosie. Rosie is preparing this account for Sahu consignment account. So, entire accounting is happening in the books of Rosie. So, Rosie is preparing trading account of Sahu. But that's called technically consignment. Same thing in interview you will have. Head office is preparing books of branch. This morning I was doing that chapter only. Coincidence, I don't know how it came, but whatever, didn't plan. Okay, same extension. So, consigner is doing this. So, when goods are received by Sahu, it will come debit side or credit side. Debit side. When goods are received by Sahu, it will come which side? Debit side. When I am receiving goods, it comes on my debit side. Purchase will come in trading account which side? This is not purchase, but like purchase. I am receiving goods, correct? I am receiving how many goods? 1000 toys at 150 each. Total comes to 1 lakh. Come here, I will write in consignment to Sahu account, which is like my trading. Don't write trading in exam. Like my trading account for our exam purpose. So, 2 goods sent on consignment 1,50,000. How to write this entry? Look at this. What is the normal entry for purchase of goods? Purchase account debit, assume credit to creditor, and this purchase is transferred to my trading account. Here, instead of purchase and instead of creditor, who is giving me goods? For Sahu, who is the creditor? For Rosi, Sahu is debtor. For Sahu, Rosi is creditor. Not understanding. For consignor, consignee is like a debtor, I told. Then for consignee, consignor is like a creditor. Like, are you following, guys? Again, I will repeat. It's important. For consignor, consignee is like a debtor. Then for consignee, consignor is a creditor. So, if I am receiving goods, if Sahu is receiving goods, I will write what? 2 in Sahu books. Sorry, in Sahu books I will write Rosi, and for me it is purchase. But for Sahu, it is like a sales. Correct? What is entry for sales to debtor? Tell me entry for sales. Debtor's account debit to sales. Who is my debtor here? Sahu. So, consignment on Sahu account debit. Instead of sales, goods are given on. So, instead of sales, this is not sales, sir. This is goods sent on consignment. So, I will write 2 goods sent on consignment. Are you following? Entry, if you don't get, also leave it, guys. Entry will come back to it later. They don't ask entries much in this chapter. Exam, okay, come back to the sum. This is like what account, guys? Trading account. So, debit side, 2 goods on consignment like purchase 1,50,000. Is this clear, guys? Understand till here. Entries, leave it. I'll come back to it later, guys. Entries, we have a separate discussion. Leave that. Is this clear? So, we are done till here, till this point. Okay. Not this, yeah. Rosi and Co., the consignor, paid freight of 10,000 and insurance of 1,500. Now, this expense, normally freight and insurance, cost of goods will come in trading account or P&L account? Trading account. It will come in expense, direct expense, trading account. I will come here, write to bank, freight, insurance, 10, 15, 11,500. Are you following till here, guys? So, which account is this? Like trading account, it's called consignment account. It's called the consignment account, where my debit side represents goods received by the consignee. Look at this. In the books of Rosi, consignment of Sahu. Are you able to appreciate the concept now, guys? Are you getting it? In books of Rosi, Rosi is telling Sahu's trading account will look like this. If Sahu prepared trading account, it would have been like this. Purchase would have been 1,50,000, expense would have been 11,500. Are you following, guys? Next, during the voyage, 100 toys were totally damaged by fire and had to be thrown overboard. Okay, forget consignment for a moment. This sum will take time. I am teaching you normal, abnormal loss with the sum itself. Okay, forget consignment. Forget consignment for a moment. Come back to normal trading P&L account. Okay, let's say I am selling iPhones. Opening stock I have 100 iPhones. Assuming each iPhone's cost is 1 lakh, how much will be the value? 1 crore or? Okay, 1 crore. During the year I purchased 500 iPhones, again at a cost of 1 lakh. So this is how my purchase will look. During the year I sold, let's say 400 iPhones I sold. Each iPhone is sold for 1 lakh 50. Can you multiply and tell me, guys? 400 into 1. 6 crores, correct? So what is my closing stock? 200 amount. What will be the amount, guys? How much? I want the amount here. Compute, guys, how much? How many of you? 2 crores. 2 crores. How did you compute this? 200 into 1 lakh, correct? How many of you computed like 1 crore plus 5 crores minus 6? So closing stock is 0. Anyone? Anyone try to do that? If you try to do that, you didn't see inventory chapter properly. Go watch inventory chapter and come. Closing stock will be at cost price. Now I am telling you, end of the year, when I was checking my closing stock, I found out I had only 170 iPhones left. I had opening stock of 100, purchase of 500, sales of 400. So I am supposed to have 200 iPhones, but only 170 are less left. So this price will be 1.7 crores, correct? Then what about the balance iPhones? How many? 30 is loss. What is the value of loss? Correct? This is how I will write. Now what's my gross profit? How much? 2 crores. Correct? Correct, guys? Will abnormal loss come here or it won't come here? This is what loss? Abnormal loss. Will this come here or it should not come here? If it does not come here, assume this is not there. Now what's my gross profit? 1.70 crores. But if I don't write abnormal loss here, my numbers will not match. What numbers? Opening stock is 100, purchases 500, 100 plus 500 is 600, sales is 400. So my closing stock should have been 200, it's only 170. So abnormal loss should come, correct? So I will write abnormal loss over here as what I wrote earlier, 30, which is 30 lakhs. Are you following, guys? It will come here and where it will come? What is the entry for this? If it's coming over here in credit side of trading account, my entry will be abnormal loss to trading account 30 lakhs, correct? And then I should transfer this to P&L, P&L to abnormal loss 30. We discussed the same thing in which chapter? Inventory. You remember or no? Yes, no. We discussed it. Those who are watching recording, inventory chapters there in description of video. You can go watch that. Okay. Fine. In detail if you want. Now, why? That means I wanted to conclude only one thing. I want to conclude only one thing, guys, that abnormal loss will come in the trading account. One second, something. Yeah. So in the trading account abnormal loss will come over here, and in the P&L account it will come over here. It comes in two places. Sir, why am I writing two places? Accounting of loss is happening over here. This is accounting of loss of stock for the purpose of stock loss. So credit over here is to show that stock is reduced. This is to reduce my profit. Are you able to follow, guys? Understanding? Hello? Abnormal loss comes in two places. Coming back to this sum. This is a concept you should be clear, not in consignment chapter, inventory chapter, but I have revised it again for you. Are you clear with this, guys? So abnormal loss will come here in trading account and it will come here in P&L account, debit side. Any doubts in that? If you are not understanding, here it's coming not to account loss, to reduce my stock. Only then closing stock will reduce. Otherwise closing stock will be higher. And it's coming here to actually reduce my profits. Are you following, guys? Now in this sum, if you see, during the voyage, 100 toys were totally damaged by fire and had to be thrown overboard. I told you consignment is like trading. So abnormal loss will come credit side. Or logically, if you see in this question, how many toys are sent? 100. How many are lost? Sorry, 1000 are sent. How many are lost? So here I will write 1000 toys are sent. Here I will write 100 are lost. So I have left. This could be either sales or this could be. Are you getting the logic now, guys? Now I want to know. Yes, sir. Super, sir. I wrote 1000 here. Where I wrote amount is 1,50,000. This 100. What's the amount?
1,50,000.
How much, guys? 100 into what? Into 150. How much? 15,000. Is that correct?
No.
Is that correct? No, because what I am losing is not only the cost of good and also other costs. I'll give an example. Let's say Harish said, sir, I want CA final book. I said, why you want? No. He said, exam is in December, you study for that. No, sir, one day, weekly once I want to study for final now. He wanted book. So I sent Dunzo to him in Swiggy or something. I sent book to him. Book is costing 500 rupees, final book. Dunzo charges, that Swiggy, Dunzo, Uber, Porter, whatever charges is 50 rupees. So total cost for me is 550. On the way, heavy rains came, book got wet and book got spoiled. He couldn't use it. He took the book, it was fully gone. Okay. Now what is my loss? 550 or 500? 550. It's including the cost of goods plus the travel associated with that. Correct? So for sending this 1000 goods, I also incurred freight of 10,000, insurance of 1,500. So my total cost, let's look at this. I spent 1,50,000 for cost of goods plus freight is plus is what? The total of this comes to divided by how many goods? 1000 goods, correct? So per good cost comes to, the cost per good will be how much, guys? 1615, correct? This is it correct, guys? 161.5 is the total cost per good. Yes or no, guys? Are you able to follow? I am sending 10 liters of milk to someone's house. Okay. 1 liter of milk is costing 30 rupees. Transportation cost is 100 rupees. What is my cost, effective cost? 10 liters of milk into 30 is 300 plus transportation cost of 100 divided by 30 liters. Then it will be 400 divided by 30. 1 liter will be something around 11 point something, whatever. Correct, guys? Are you following? So here my cost of one good is 161.5. So if it's 161.5, how many goods I lost? So cost is 150 is the loss I have. That loss will come on the credit side of trading account. by abnormal loss 16,150. Is this clear, guys? Are you understanding? This is going to be a common adjustment in almost every sum of consignment. When normal loss comes, I will talk about this. Here it's abnormal loss because expecting voyage goods destroyed by fire and thrown overboard, does it happen every day? No, it's abnormal loss. Normal loss means what? It happens always. Naturally, it's like, for example, if I'm transporting 1000 liters of petrol from Chennai to Bangalore, whatever I do, some petrol will evaporate. If I'm transferring 1 lakh eggs from Chennai to, let's say, Pondicherry, however I pack, on the way some eggs will break. That's normal loss. Truck met with accident, all the eggs broke, abnormal loss. Are you following, guys? Clear? Let's continue the sum. I told the sum will take time, guys. Actually, it's not that much time. I'm teaching you concept with the sum. Is it fine? Are you understanding, guys? So, trading account, we posted debit 1,50,000, bank 11,500, 16,150. That's it is done. Come back to the question. Visualize. I am the one sending goods. I know about all of this. So, I am accounting for all of this. Next. Sahu took delivery of the goods and paid 14,400 as custom duty, and Sahu sent a bank draft to Rosie for 50,000 as advance payment. What accounting will I do for this 14,400 and 50,000? Nothing. I will not do any accounting because Sahu is the consignee. Correct? Sahu paid how much? 14,400. How will I know about that? Correct? See, actually we will account. I will come to that later. But how will I know about this 14,400? I won't know. Correct? When I will know? Only when he sends me an account sales. So I will not pass any entry now. I know entry will be here. That's because it's the end of the sum. So at this point, I will not pass any entry. Okay. According to me, how many goods are sent to him? 1,50,000. Correct? Now what is happening? Sahu sent a bank draft for 50,000 as advance payment. This I will account. Yes or no? Why? Because I am aware. See, customs duty 14,400. I am not aware. Who is me? Rosie. The consignor is not aware. So I won't account. But the other 50,000 which is sent to me, it is coming to me. Who is paying me? Sahu. Now for me, Sahu is a debtor or creditor. So if I have Sahu account, I told you only two accounts. Consignment account and consignee. Consignee is my Sahu. Now, what is the entry you will pass when debtor pays you money? Cash account debit to debtor. For me, who is the debtor? So if Sahu is paying me cash, what entry I will write? Cash account debit to Sahu, correct? So this 50,000 will come where? It will come here as buy cash. If you come down here, I am not bothered about other accounts. I am bothered only about Sahu account, which is like a debtor account. I told you guys, like, see, above consignment is like a trading account. Don't write in exam. Only for you to understand the sum better, like a trading account. Consignee is like a debtor account. So if debtor is paying me money, it will come on the credit side of debtor account by bank 50,000. Are you following, guys? Make sense now? Understanding? Clear? Super. Let's proceed. Sir, what about the 14,400? Not now. Later I will account. I'm going in story time, like in the story flow. Are you following, guys? Any doubts still here? Anybody has any doubts? In the ones we finished, I'll tell you what are the ones. This one, and this. Only with respect to these points, any doubts? Yes, Lakshmi. Yeah, 50 I'll explain. So we have Rosie, we have Sahu, and we have, yeah, Rosie sending goods to Sahu, Sahu selling to the third party, collecting money and giving the money back. We are only preparing two accounts. One is trading account, one is debtor account, but the correct words is what? Instead of trading, we call it as consignment account. Consignment account, this is called consignee account, correct? Consignment and consignee account. Are you guys following, Harish, understanding? Now when debtor pays me money, for Rosie, Sahu is debtor. So when debtor pays me money, entry will be bank account debit to Sahu, to debtor. Debtor is here, so I will write here, by bank, 50,000, that's it. It will not come in trading account because I have a simple question. Forget consignment. In a regular chapter, final accounts, if debtor pays money, will it come in trading account? It won't come in trading account. Correct? That's it. Are you following, guys? Clear? I know one huge concept is like pending. When the sum gets over, I will connect everything. First, I wanted to understand how to account for transactions. Clear? Next. Come back here. Anybody else, any other doubt here? Online, you can put it on the chart. I think I can see the chart. Yes, today I can see the chart. Yes, I can see only good afternoon. No, I'm seeing it now. Sorry, guys. Good afternoon. Yeah. Any other chart, you can put it here. Yes. Anybody else, any other chart? Doubt? No. Fine. Now, till this, whatever is highlighted in yellow, I have accounted for it. And later Sahu sends an account sales. Now only the account sales is coming. What is account sales? Account sales is breakup of what is happening at the location of consignee. He is sending an account sales showing that 800 toys have been sold for 220 each. First, let me account this. What's the sales? Totally, I sent 1000 goods. He received only 900. In that, he sold. So, what is closing stock? 100. In the 800, he sold each at. He can sell at whatever price. How much you are getting? 1 lakh? 76,000 is my sales. Okay. In debtors account, I have a simple question. In debtors account, forget this chapter. In debtors account, where will sales come? Okay. What is the entry for sales? Debtors to sales. Correct? Debtors to sales, guys. Debtors to sales. So, where will it come? Suddenly I asked some time back without entry to sales XXX. Correct? So, in debtors account, sales will come on the debit side. Yes or no, guys? Now, who is my debtor here? Sahu. Where will sales come? Which side? Debit side. How much? 1,76,000. In trading account, where will sales come? Credit side. How much? 1,76,000. Go back here. Trading account, like trading account, sales how much? 1,76,000. In debtors account, two sales, two consignment, the names I will tell you later, 1,76,000. Are you following, guys? Are you understanding? See, I told you this discussion is for exam. How to get those 10 marks and put it in my pocket. Because many of the message, sir, consignment I am going to skip. 10 marks, consignment I am going to skip. Sir, NPO I don't remember, I don't think he is there in class today. Consignment I am going to skip. NPO I am going to skip. 25 marks over. Consignment 10, NPO will come for 15, 25 marks. Then he messaged accommodation bill also I will skip, sir. Okay, that doesn't come, but 25. Are you following, guys? So I am focusing. For those who know this chapter or don't know, how do you get those marks in exam? Logic I will conclude in the end of our session. Got it, guys? So sales will come here. Sales will come here. Clear up? Next to what is happening, we are almost at the end of questions, going to get over. Expense incurred by Sahu. Who is Sahu? That consignee. Account sales will have entire breakup, guys. I sold for 1,76,000. I had this expense, that expense, all that list he will give. So that expense is given. Godown rent and advertisement, etc. Amounted to 2,000. So now only I am seeing, oh, Sahu incurred 2,000 rupees for admin expense and 14,400 for customs duty. Now look at the concept again here. Where will this come? How this will come? Follow. I have two accounts. What are the two accounts? Trading, which is nothing but consignment account, and I have debtor account, which is nothing but consignee account. Okay. Now, I told you this is a trading account and a P&L account, correct? Trading and P&L, like trading and P&L account. Where will normally expenses come? Debit side. So 14,400 will come here. 2,000 will come here. Don't worry. Logic, I don't like teaching anything without logic. End of the sum, I will tell you the logic. Okay. So debit side, we will get 14,400 and 2,000. Clear, guys? This is fine. Now the second part is where it gets interesting. Okay. Here I am going to introduce little bit of logic. Little bit of logic. Hold the sum for the time being. Which example we used earlier? Okay. Hyundai and Namrata. Okay. Hyundai gave to Namrata, let's say, something is wrong with OneNote today, but leave it. Gave to Namrata, let's say, 100 cars. Each car to be sold at, okay, I don't want big numbers. Let's keep a simple example. Let's take, I am appointing agent, I am appointing Mitansh as my agent. Mitansh is supposed to sell 50 watches. That's it. I gave him 50 watches. Sell each watch for 1,000 rupees. Simple. So 50 into 1,000. How much? Is what Mitansh sold. He sold it. I told him to sell 50 watches at 1,000. He sold for 50. He has to give me how much? 50. Correct? Now he is saying he has to give me 50,000. Mitansh is saying, I am giving you only 48,000. Why 2,000 is not giving? His commission of how much? 2,000 he is retaining. Are you following, guys? He is retaining his commission of how much? 2,000. So, this side represents what he is going to receive. This side I will reduce all the expenses. This is the balance that he will give it to me. Correct? So whatever expense he is going to incur, everything will come on this side. Correct? So now come back to consignment. All the expense will come in the trading account and in the debtor account, which is like a cash account also. This represents how much cash he has here. 1,76,000. This represents all the payments, and then the balance will be given to me. Correct? So now if you see here, this account, Sahu account, even though it's like a debtor account, the total sales he made is 1,76,000. So cash he is supposed to have is 1,76,000. This is my credit sales or cash sales. I don't care. I am treating like debtor. So he sold for 1,76,000. So how much I should get? 1,76,000. But he is telling, I paid customs duty 14,400, sundry expense 2,000. Are you following? So look at this. Out of 1,76,000, he already gave me first 50, but he is not able to give me the balance because he has expense of customs duty 14,400, sundry expense of 2,000. Are you following, guys? Now apart, and the same expense is coming here, 14,400 and 2,000. So it's coming in trading account, debit side, debtors account, credit side. Are you following? It's not contraposting, it's logic. Logic is expense is accounted over here. Here, out of the available cash that he should get, what are all the deductions? Are you following, guys? Makes sense. Lastly, Sahu was entitled to a commission of 5%. And one of the credit customers could not pay for 5 toys. Can you compute both, guys? Commission is 5% on sales. What's my sales? 1,76,000. So 1,76,000 into 5% is how much? 8,000? 8,800 is my commission. Go look at this, commission is 8,800. Here also commission is 8,800. And one of the customer could not pay for 5 toys. 5 into each toy is how much? Sold for 220. How much? 1,100 this side, and again 1,100 comes on this side. Now the representation of Sahu account, logic says I am supposed to receive 1,76,000 consignee, but he has customs duty expense of 14,400, sundry expense of 2,000, commission of 8,800, bad debts of 1,100. He already gave how much? 50. So now he will give the balance of 99,700. Are you following, guys? Entries will come to it. We are going to reverse work entries. Okay, got it, guys? Same way here in trading account. Now look at the logic. Trading account says I made a total sales of 1,76,000. Consignor is telling I gave goods to consignee, asking him to sell for 1,76,000 because what price the dealer should sell, Namrata Hyundai, will be decided by Hyundai. Correct? In consignment, she can't sell at whatever price she wants. In Hyundai showroom, the price is determined by the factory, Hyundai company. So I know that she has to sell for 1,76,000, but because of my default, there is an abnormal loss of 16,150. The amount of goods I sent is debit side 1,50,000. My direct expense is 11,500. My indirect expense because of consignment all put together is 26,300, and therefore I have a net profit of 22,100, but subject to computation of closing stock. Last part of the sum. Are you getting the concept little bit now, guys? Trading in the debtor account, consignment and consignee account. How to find closing stock? I sent how many? 1,000. 100 were lost in some fire or whatever. 900 are left. He sold. So I have left. This is my closing stock. How to compute value of closing stock? For this, again we have to go back to our favorite chapter, inventories. Those who are watching recording can watch the inventory chapter in description of this video. Okay, fine. Now inventory chapter, if you remember, for us in the class, we learnt it 2 times. Once in the month of June, July, half I thought. Again now, we discussed very recently, full inventory chapter we discussed. And I told everybody one story for inventory. What is that? Mangoes example. Every batch, wherever I take mangoes only, Inter also is mangoes. Okay, fine. Lace chips also, or lace chips, doesn't matter. Lace chips or mangoes. In both the examples, there is one point I told. What is the cost of inventory we discussed? For only we did plant visit. You remember, guys, we imagine as if we were there. And I told all the expenses necessary, again I am repeating, all the expenses necessary until the mangoes becomes that mango juice, or until lace becomes that potatoes becomes lace packet, is cost of inventory. Do you remember, guys? Hello? For those who are attending first time who don't know, very simple. If I want to manufacture this flask, what is the cost of flask? All the expense needed until the flask is ready is the cost of flask. Correct? So if you want to make Maaza juice, that bottle, until that bottle is ready, every expense will be cost of inventory, depreciation, rent, electricity, cost of purchase, cost of conversion. Can you recollect from inventory chapter, guys? So this chapter is closely linked to inventory. Are you following? Everybody understanding, guys? Okay. So in inventories, every expense incurred till here. I want you to visualize, those who are watching first time, imagine a Maaza factory. From the gate, or not from the gate, from the time the mango is plucked from the tree till it reaches the factory, here processing, mission it goes, employees will work, then finally only that bottle will come. I am talking about Maaza bottle, yes. That Maaza bottle comes. Until that Maaza bottle is ready, whatever expense I incurred is cost of closing stock. Are you following, guys? So here, now if you tell me, what are all the expenses incurred from sundry expenses? What? Godown rent and advertisement. Okay. Look at the expenses on the debit side, guys. Look at the expense on the debit side. Okay. Tell me, what are all the expenses necessary until the good is ready for consignee to sell? Freight, insurance, customs duty, sundry expense. Why? Sundry expense is for selling the good, not for receiving the good. Correct? Are you understanding, guys? The answer for these three lies in inventory chapter. I will anyway revise that concept here in 5 minutes. Is that clear? So my cost of inventory includes 10,000, 1,500, 14,400. So total comes to how much? 10,000 plus 1,500. Okay, I'll do it in the 10,000, 1,500 and 14,400. You cannot add. Adding all three, again wrong. Reason why? 10,000 is incurred for how many goods? 1,000 goods, correct? 1,500 freight is incurred for 1,000 goods, but custom duty is incurred only for 900 goods. So, what is the cost per unit? Here 10, here 1.5, here 16, no? 16. So my total cost per unit comes to how much? 27.5. Are you following, guys? So if you come here, you can see this abnormal loss. Okay. Yeah, it comes to how much? 27.5 is the additional cost. Apart from this, what is the cost per toy purchase, cost price? 150 plus 127.5 is how much? 177.5 is the cost per unit. Into how many left in stock? 100. You get how much? 17,750 is my cost of closing stock. Where is that? What is the cost of material? Here, 150. See, what you considered here, what we considered here as 27.5 is apart from cost of materials, other expense. This is cost of materials. So per unit comes to 177.5, 100 units, 17,750 is my answer. Are you guys following, guys? Hello? How many of you understood? That's it, sum is over. Now I am open to any doubts with respect to this sum. Explain this part again. I will take it up. Anyone? Anyone, guys, online here? Online I can see, no doubt, long back it came, but still if you have something, put it now. Clear, guys? Following? Everybody clear, guys? Okay. Let's go to the next sum. Now we are going to do quickly sums, guys. Let's do a few sums. Are you all clear, understanding, guys? Hello? Let's do 1-2 sums, keeping this logic like trading account and data account. After 1-2 sums, I will start summarizing the logic onto it and we will reverse work the journal entries. Okay. Illustration 4. Yeah, same order. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many hours we can do today? We will finish it. Okay. How many of you studying consignment for first time? There should be a few. Yes, 1, 2, 3. Dilly Babu. Yes. This side. Able to understand, guys? Okay. Sorry, quickly question 4. Nike Sports of Delhi. Now this sum is similar to previous sum. This sum also we will do together, and one more sum I want you to do. Before that, yesterday bills of exchange. How many of you went home and did question 12? Good. Others? Who didn't do? Straight up. You did question 12? Where you did? Notebook, you have it now. So I will not let the door out today. until I see question number 12 in your notebook. It's at home, those at home, okay, I'll fine. Done, okay, fine, okay. And I gave question 12 and 9 to go through. We did in the class, but I asked you to go and try. Did you at least go and have a look? See, those who don't have a look now, see, those who revise accommodation bills now, exam is hardly 1 month. You don't have to study again. Day before exam, revise once, that's it. It will be fresh in memory because just now we are learning. Those who didn't touch now, day before exam, you will see, hey, what is this accommodation bill? Leave it, that's it, you will leave and go. Similarly, today, consignment. We are finishing consignment today maximum. Go home, finish the sums and come tomorrow. You don't have to touch it until exams again, until test comes. Okay. And I'm hoping all of you are writing the test and all, guys. Write as many tests as possible. Come back. Nike Sports of Delhi. Consign 100 shoes to Adidas. Who's the consigner? Nike. Who's the consignee? Adidas. Now, okay. You might be fans of Nike, Adidas, I don't care. But when one of the videos Steve Jobs told in one of the meetings of Apple, when Apple meeting is happening, he was telling his employees in Apple long back when iPhone was launched, just launched around that time, he was telling his employees that in the future Apple should become a brand like Nike. Few brands are considered the greatest ever brands ever made in the history of universe, whatever on earth. Nike, Apple, these are few. Later after exams, you Google, YouTube, you see Steve Jobs talking about Nike and brands. You will get a video which is some 6-7 minutes. We can't see in class now, no time. Regular when we have time, I would have showed, but just go watch that video where he tells how Nike is a brand. If you see any of Nike's ad, they never advertise the product. If you go see later, no, don't, I mean, search later if you want. They never advertise the product. They only celebrate athletes. They will celebrate Michael Jordan will come, or some athletes will come. They will celebrate athletes. Some athlete who came from very poor country, won the gold medal, they will show. They will celebrate athletes. End of the ad only Nike will come. That's it. That's branding. I mean, that is a different thing, but yeah. It's what to say. Final, you have a separate chapter for brand management. How do you value brands, all of that. It's important. These are things like you can learn after exams if you have time. Fine. Come back. Nike is the consignor. Consignee is Adidas. How many shoes, sir? 100 shoes. Of 1,500 each. I think old question. So it's like that. Okay. Invoiced at rupees 2,000. Now this is a beautiful question. Okay. This is the only question in our study mat which has a concept, something called stock reserve or loading. Illustration 5, 6, 7, 8 does not. Illustration 8 has loading little bit. That's it. 5, 6, 7 does not have anything about loading. Even if you are solving questions outside in other books, hardly you will find 1 or 2 sums. Inter-branch accounts is all about loading. Let me explain this to you. This is another important sum. You can mark it as important. Costing 1,500 each. Invoiced at how much? 2,000. Let's read the whole question. Let's see what is similar to previous sum. What is different from previous sum. The consignor paid freight of 10,000 and transit 1,500. Same as previous sum. During the transit, 10 shoes were totally damaged. There are 100 toys here. 10 shoes. Then Adidas took the remaining of delivery and paid 1,530 for octroi. There customs here. Octroi. What is octroi? It is still there today in a very limited thing. It's almost removed after GST came. If I am transporting goods from one state to another state, entry pass, like how we have toll for humans to go, when you are transporting goods from one state to other state, that state will collect octroi tax, old tax. Are you following? Like customs. See, customs duty is when goods are coming into India. Import. Octroi is state to state. It's removed now, not there. Okay. So you just think octroi as customs, same treatment. Okay. Adidas sent a bank draft for there also 50, here also 50, and later sends account sales. There also here also account sales. How many shoes are sold? 80. Oh, there 800 here. 80 sold at 2200 each. Expense incurred by Adidas. Godown rent. There also godown rent. How much? 2000. Adidas is entitled to a commission of 5% of invoice price and 25% of surplus over sale invoice price. That's it. Prepare consignment account, trading account, consignee account, debtor account, and related working notes in the books of Nike. Exam again I am repeating. If somebody is watching video, put in the middle. Don't write trading and debtors account. Okay. The sum is same as previous sum except for the price at which the goods are sent. Correct? That's the only difference we have. Rest of the sum is same. So we will do the sum. That adjustment alone I will teach you. Go through the question, see if you can understand all the terms. Okay, fine. I hope you gone through the sum, guys. Now, forget about what is new in the question. First, let's write what we are aware. Okay. The only new concept is stock reserve. If you are skipping illustration 4, no other sum has this concept in the entire book. Fine. Look at this. Same as that. Visualize. I want you to open trading account and debtor account. I'll slowly start changing the word. Trading is what? Consignment on Adidas account, and debtor is consignee, which is Adidas account. Guys, are you following? Hello? Clear, guys? Now, let's start filling what we know. Nike sent to Adidas 100 shoes costing 1500. How much is that? 100 into 1500. 1,50,000. Where it will come? Trading account, debit side, 1,50,000. So if I come down here, oh sorry, costing, invoice that 2000 each. Sorry, that's the only thing we have to change. Yeah. So costing is 1500, but invoice price is 2000. So 100 into 2000 is 2 lakhs. I'll explain the invoice price. So that will become 2 lakhs. Are you following, guys? We got 2 lakhs. Then paid freight of 10,000, insurance of 1,500. Where it will come? Debit side of consignment account. So freight is 10,500, 10, 1,500, total is 11,500. Clear? During transit, 10 shoes were totally damaged. Now I want you to compute what is the worth of these 10 shoes. How much? 16150, 16, 150. Let's check. That's what came. Okay. So what is the price of this 10 shoes? I want you to compute, guys. Do it just like previous sum. How much, guys? 16, 150. How? Totally each shoe, look at this. Totally I paid 1500, so 1 lakh. Each shoe is costing 1500. I'll explain the logic. Plus freight. Which one? Yeah, sorry. 1500 into 100, correct? 1,50,000 only, no. Total. 10,000 plus 1500 divided by 100. Each shoe will be 16, 161.5, 1615 without point, into how many shoes are lost? 10, so you will get 16,150. So you get 16,150. Are you following, guys? Now, how many of you are confused between the first time we are taking 2,000, now we are taking 1,500? Anyone? One? No one? Okay. Follow. That's the point which I have to explain next. What is happening here? Nike is manufacturing the shoes at 1,500 each. But when I am sending to Adidas, I am sending at 2,000 each. Will Adidas know cost price is 1,500? They won't know. See, if I am calling Mitansh and telling Mitansh, each watch is worth 1,000 rupees. Go and sell for 1,500. According to Mitansh, cost of one watch is only 1,000. He is selling for 1,500. But only I know watch is only 800 rupees. Are you following, guys? Clear? Hyundai will give the car to Namrata dealer saying one car is costed 3 lakhs. You sold for 4 lakhs. Profit for you is 1 lakh. But Hyundai only knows cost is not 3 lakhs. It's only 2 lakhs. So who is the, what to say, not scammer, consignor, the manufacturer of, who knows the original cost? Nike. It's not scam. That's what actually happens. See, when pharmacy manufacturers give it to wholesalers, then distributors, then retailers, each place the cost will change. What is the cost for me is not the cost for other person, correct? So I will keep changing it, correct? When the chain is bigger, the cost will keep getting bigger. So Adidas is now selling to customer at 2,200. Now follow very carefully. Here Nike will make a total profit of how much? Here they will make a profit of. Here they will make a profit of. So total profit Nike is going to make is 700. Correct? But this 700 will be made only when Adidas sells it. Otherwise, I will not make any profit. Keep this in the back of your mind. Now, when Nike gave goods to Adidas, bill is what? 2,000. On the way, 10 shoes, someone stole it. What's my loss? 2,000 or 1,500? 1,500. Are you following, guys? Let's say I have this flask. Somebody, let's say cost of this is 100 rupees. I am going to sell this for 150 rupees. Before I can sell, it fell down and broke. What's my loss? 100. I can't cry saying that, ayo, I lost 150. What you lost is what? 100. My money actually I lost is 100 rupees. That 50 is opportunity cost. Clear? Are you following? Understanding, guys? So you can't tell, I would have gotten this 500. So my loss is 500 also. No. What you lose is 1,500. Are you understanding, guys? Okay. Rohit Sharma can tell, I could have played a defense instead of going for 6. What he hit is only that much, correct? That's the thing. So 1,500 is the loss. That's why we did the computation. 1,500, 1,50,000 plus 10,000 plus 1,500 divided by 100, you get this 16,150. Are you all following, guys? Understanding? Clear? Next, rest of the question, let me finish. Later I will come back to the stock reserve concept, end of the sum. Beautiful concept, follow. The stop part is done. Yeah, freight insurance, 10 shoes are damaged. Quickly we'll do this, guys. Adidas took delivery of remaining shoes and paid 1,530. What did you do with this? At this point, nothing. Because I don't know about this until I get account sales. You might be tempted. You can write an exam here. What you can write? 1,530. It's fine. But logically, you should write only when you get the account sales. Adidas sent bank draft for 50,000. Where it will come? Consignee account. Credit side. I will write here how much? By bank, how much, guys? 50,000. Clear, guys? Then they are saying account sales showing that 80 shoes are sold for 2,200. So 80 into 2,200, how much? 1 lakh 1,76,000. Clear? So 1,76,000 will come in two places. Trading account it will come as sales. In debtors it will come in the debit side. Easy to remember. So trading account sales 1,76,000. Debtors this side 1,76,000. Two consignment auditors. Terms I will come to it later. Okay. Next. Now I am getting what? Account sales is coming. I have 4 expenses. 2,200 is, oh sorry, not expense. Ground rent is 2,000 and already incurred expense octroi 1,530. The two expenses 1,530, 2,000 and ground here also will come. Ground rent 2,000 and octroi 1,530. Now what is left in the sum is the two new things which is apart from previous sum. That's why I was fast till here. The two new things which is there in this sum which is not there in previous sum is the different way of computing commission and the last part of sum. That's what I am going to focus. Commission is very easy. Can you try to compute? Commission is what? Entitled to a commission of 5% on invoice price and 25% of any surplus of sale price over invoice price. Very easy. Try to compute, guys. 12,000. Let me check. Perfect. Done, guys. How do you compute? They told commission is 5% of invoice price. Totally I sold 80 at 2,000, but I will split 2,200. I will split this into 2. Invoice price is 2,000 and it was anything in over invoice price is how much? 200. So what is 200 into 80? 1,60,000 into 5% is how much? 8,000 plus 200 into 80 is how much? 16,000. Commission is how much? 25% of any excess into 25% how much? 4,000. My total commission will be 12,000. It will come on two places. Debit side over here and credit side over here. 12,000. Clear? Are you following? Look at this account again. Logic. I am supposed to get 1,76,000. I already got 1,50,000 and I returned it. Then these are my expenses. Put the expense. So balances 1,10,470 is remitted. Are you following, guys? Hello? Everybody understood? Now I want you to compute closing stock. Closing stock in this question. I want you to try and compute value of closing stock only, guys. I will give a clue. 100 shoes are sent. How many are lost? How many are sold? So what's left? I want to know the value of this 10. Ditto as previous sum. Give it a shot. Try it out, guys. 21. Perfect. I got some answers. Others do it, guys. Try it fast. Got it, Shweta, got the answer. No, not trying. Finished. Compute, guys, quickly. $21, $320. Everyone got? Okay. How do we compute this here? What are the total costs we have, guys? Come to the trading account and you have to tell me what all will be included for my cost of inventory. First I will include this invoice price, freight, insurance, octroi. Let me write down those values. 2 lakhs is for how many goods? 100. So each will be, that's anyway given. Next is 10,000 is for how many? 100. Each is 100, correct? Okay. Next 1500 is for 100. So each will be 15. And octroi is how much? 1530 is for 90. So each will be 70. 17. So total cost per unit of is how much? 2132 into 10, you get 21,320. Are you all able to follow, guys? This is the cost incurred for how many units? Per unit cost per unit into number of units for closing stock. 21,320 is my closing stock. Have you all understood till here? Hello? Following, guys. Now coming to the last part of the sum. Last part where I need your focus for next 10 minutes. This is the only sum where we have this adjustment, and it's the only time today in this session I am going to talk about this. Okay. What is that adjustment? Nike, Adidas. I am going to repeat again. Third party. Cost per shoe is 1500. I sold it for 2000 to Adidas. I didn't sell, I gave it for 2000. Adidas sold it for 2200. What is the profit Adidas makes? What's the profit Nike makes? In the transaction Adidas, overall profit made is 700. Is this chain clear? This branch? No. If Adidas, out of all the shoes which it got, sold all the shoes, I will make profit of 700. Let's say I am sending only one shoe. For the time being, visualize only one shoe is sent by Nike to Adidas. Adidas is yet to sell because nobody is buying. So, is this profit earned? No. Correct? Because they are yet to sell it. Now, can I say 500 is earned? Why? Is 500 sold? Is it profit? No. It is profit only if Adidas sells to third party. Keep that in the head. Profit will be earned only when Adidas sells it to the third party. Otherwise, there is no profit. However, Nike would have already accounted for 500 as profit, thinking Adidas will sell. Or in other words, if you look at the trading account, the closing stock when you computed, you wrote 21,320. In this valuation of closing stock, we took cost at 2000. This is cost for whom? Correct. For Adidas, this only is the cost. That's why they are taking 2000. You should also take 2000. But this 2000 includes how much profit? Of Nike. Correct? Are you following, guys? Now I have a simple question for you. Keep this in the back of the mind. What in the back of the mind? 2000 includes profit of 500. Okay. Simple basic question. First today anybody will tell. I purchased 10, let's say, mic sets, okay, for each 1000 rupees. So my cost of purchase is, my sales is 0. I didn't sell any mic. I can sell each of this mic for 1500. So my closing stock will be 10 mics into 1000 or into 1500? Into 1000. But if I write my closing stock is 10 mics into 1500 and write as 15,000. Can I say GP is 5,000? Does it make sense? Why? Because it's not sales. Because closing stock is now valued at profit. Again, let's go back to inventory chapter. Inventory chapter we told inventory should be valued at cost or NRV, whichever is less. So, can I value inventory at profit? In this question, inventory is valued at profit of 500. Are you following? That's not by choice because Adidas does not know. According to Adidas, cost for them is 2,000. So, can I say this 21,320 includes profit? So, profit should be removed. Correct? How much is the profit in this 21,320? 10 units. Each is 500, 1,500 and 2,000 into 500. Profit is 5,000. So, if I have to remove profit, look at this trading account. If I have to remove profit, that means if I am writing in the same mic example, let's keep the same mic example. If you are writing closing stock at 15,000, I have two options. In this mic example, two options. Either change 15,000 back to 10,000 or write 5,000 here. Correct? Now, I can't change 15 back to 10. Here, to reduce the profit, I can do two things. Either make this 21,320 as 16,320 or write here 5,000. Which one I should do? Sir, I can see sir answer. Right here 5,000. Logic is why I should not do 16,320. If I do 16,320, Adidas will find out. I will tell you your closing stock is 16,320. So, this adjustment entry I will pass. After he gives me account sales, I will pass an adjustment entry called stock reserve. Reserve on closing stock 5,000. Are you following? So, the entry will be that time this account debit, consignment account debit. My entry for that will be consignment account debit. I will create a new temporary account, just a temporary account called stock reserve account. How much? 5,000. What I will do with this? Reverse in the next year. Why? Now, this stock next year, this sale will take place. So, profit is. So, this 5,000 which I am creating now, which will be reversed in the next year. So, in simple, for me to remember for exam, if I have closing stock which is inclusive of, you have to reverse in year end. Sorry, I'll write again. If I have closing stock inclusive of, I will remove it now by passing entry consignment account debit to stock reserve. It's called stock reserve. This closing stock next year will become opening stock. That also includes profit. So, I have to reverse. This previous entry will now be reversed. If you want to see graphically how this will be presented, or presentation will be like this. For closing stock, my trading account will look like this. For example, if closing stock is 20, here profit will be 5. For opening stock, next year it will look like this. If opening stock is 20, reversal will be 5,000. This opening stock, we don't have even one sum in the book, but there are extra sums. I had many students asking me doubts. Sir, why we are reversing opening stock reserve? Very simple. Last year I created, so now I am going to reverse. We don't have a sum like this, but it can come in exam. Are you following, guys? Are you all understanding clear? Understood, guys? So, this closing stock profit which I am creating now will be reversed in the next year. How many of you understood concept of stock reserve? This will come with, travel with you till CA final. Stock reserve will come and enter in 3 chapters: amalgamation, consolidation, branch. Finally, it will come in amalgamation and consolidation. What is stock reserve? Remember for life. closing stock should be valued only at cost. But in some scenarios, closing stock will be valued at profit, including profit. Then in the closing stock, you have to remove that profit in the year ending and reverse in the next year. That's it. These will be my entries. This entry I will pass in year ending. Next year I will pass the reversal. Stock reserve to stock. Opening stock. Are you able to follow, guys? Stock reserve to consignment here. Stock reserve to consignment. Are you following, guys? This is how it gets presented. Are you all very clear, guys? That is why in this sum we have debit of how much? 5,000. Clear? Fine. Next sum. Okay. Next sum you guys are going to do. I will not be doing it, guys. We are going to do a timer challenge now. Okay. Time challenge for question number 5. If question 5 comes in exam, it will come for a 5-mark question or even more. 5 marks means into 1.8. 8 minutes. I will give you only 7 minutes, guys. Illustration 5. You are going to prepare both the accounts. Which one? Consignment and consignee. Look at this question once. Let me read the whole question for your benefit, guys. Raki consigned 100 radio sets costing 900 to Geeta. Who's the consigner? Raki. Geeta is the consignee. Agent received it. Then freight expense usual, insurance usual. Geeta received delivery of 950 radio sets. Account sales, everything is fine. Commission, everything is given. She incurred amount 2,500 for repairing damaged. She lost the claim with insurance company. Admitted at 35,000. Show consignment account. Entire sum is same. Only one new adjustment. Try it out. Every sum has one new adjustment. Not difficult. Very easy. This last line alone is a new adjustment. Every sum has one thing new. So when you are revising also, just mark this as the new adjustment. That's it. Start solving, guys. I'll check in exactly 5 minutes. If you are done, put the hand up. Those who are watching recording, I will tell you how many hands are up here, so you can match your speed. Already everybody started. Proceed. No question. Next page. Yeah, that's it. Quickly, guys. If anyone's done, put the hand up. Quickly do it. I want you to gain the control. Only that last 35,000. Think, apply some common sense, you will get the answer. Think you will get it. It's easy. It's a very, very simple adjustment. Do it, guys, fast. 6 minutes up. You have only 1 more minute. Mitansh is checking the answer is correct in the book, not solving. So do it fast. If you're done, put the hand up, guys. I'll give you the full time if you want. Full time is 5 into 1.8. 9 minutes you can take. You still have another 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes, guys. One student is done. Put the hand up, straight up, straight up. Keep it up, straight up. Yes. One done. Others. She's a science student also, guys. Come on, fast. Recording, I'm just telling you how many are done for you to know where you stand. Others online, if you're done, put it in the chat. Online, Naveen has finished. Good. 2 students done, guys. Come on. Recording, you know the time. By the time this video gets over, consignment is done and dusted for you. Done, guys. Hello. 1, 2, 3 of them here. 2 of them online. We have in Kamalesh was finished. 1, 2, 5 students are done, guys. Good. Others. Another 1 minute and then I'll start discussing. Done, Namrata finished. Those who are done, hand up guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over here. Online we have 3, 7 of them are finished guys. You have another minute. 8 of them are finished. Fine. Okay, others can stop guys. Follow. Don't have to worry because this in exam is a 10 mark sum. I am not joking. In exam this is a 10 mark question. We will see past exam questions now. But first let me finish off this sum quickly because we have the solution, and then I am also going to do a few past exam sums now and the remaining sums in the book. Let me now, how many of you are clear with all the adjustments but stuck only with this 35,000? Or at least a few. Rest is done. Okay. So rest let me also quickly run through. Consigned 100 radio set 900. What is the cost of purchase? 9 lakhs. But we don't call that purchase. 2 goods sent on consignment. Now how to write this here? How to write? In books of Raki, consignment account, this is goods sent. So we use the word goods sent. Anyway, journals I'll come back to it later. We have a separate time. So goods sent is how much? 9 lakhs. Next, freight and insurance is 7650, 3250. We will write as it is over here, 10,000 whatever comes. Geeta received delivery of only 950 sets. How many are sent? 1000. That means 50 are lost somewhere, abnormal loss. So 1000 minus 50, only 950 are received. And account sales dated, it shows that 750 sets were sold. That means closing stock should be 200. That is clear guys. 750 were sold for 9 lakhs. So my sales will be 9 lakhs. And again here I will write 2 consignment 9 lakhs. Whenever contract comes, you know the entry. Can you tell me entry for sales? Here Geeta account I am writing debit side. Consignment account credit side. Reverse work. What's the entry? Sales account 100, debtors account 100. What's the entry? Debtors to sales. Same thing over here. Geeta account debit to consignment account. That's it, consignment account. Are you following reverse working guys? Entry is easy. Entry is Geeta account debit to consignment account. That's it. Entry has no difficulty. Are you following last year group? Sure. Okay. Now come here. And Geeta incurred 10,000 for carriage. 10,500. That will come over here as expense. 10,500. Here also expense 10,500. Next. Rest of the sum is simple guys. Then Geeta entitled to commission of 6% of sales. What is 9 lakhs into 6% is how much? 54,000. And she also incurred repair of how much? 2,500. So all the 3 expenses are done. Here also 3 expenses are done. Correct? So I sold 9 lakhs. These are my 3 expenses. No advance like previous sum. Balance remitted as 8 lakh 33. So this account, how many of them finished? Majority finished. Good. Coming to this account also, I am sure on the debit side you finished everything. This also you would have finished. Now only thing is the closing stock and abnormal loss. Let me compute the abnormal loss guys. First 50 sets, cost is 900. So for 50 sets, first compute abnormal loss like a normal sum. Compute like a normal sum. So you get each set is how much cost guys? 900 each. Then you have other expense. What all expense you will consider? Freight, insurance. Will I take carriage? Carriage also is needed, right? For the goods to be reaching the buyer.
She paid only for the 50 goods.
1 second. No. she paid 10,500 for carriage, no? To yeah, sir. Okay. This will come for closing stock. It will come for closing stock, not for abnormal. You are right, guys. Abnormal loss we will take only transit. You're absolutely right. What are the two things, guys? Freight and insurance. See, carriage will come for closing stock. Closing stock it will come. So, freight is how much? 76. Insurance 3250. How many goods? 1000. Here how many goods? 1000. So you will end up with 76. 7.65. Here it will be 3.25. Add both. How much? 10.9 into, or I'll add whole thing. Sorry. Yeah, 9 also I'm going to add that. So total will be 900 cost of material plus 7.65 plus 3.25. Total comes to 910.90 into 50. My abnormal loss will be, sorry, 45,545. How many of you understood till here? This is just like a previous sum, correct? Now coming to the only new adjustment. This sum is worth it only for this. Where will abnormal loss come generally? Credit side I will write 45,000. But out of this, how much is reimbursed by insurance company? So 35,000 is reimbursed. So what is my net loss? 10,545. So instead of writing 45,545, I will write loss as 10,000. And insurance company paying me money will be, I am getting money, bank account debit 35 to trading account 35,000. I will write here 35. If you write 45, answer will be same. I will split and write. So if you look at this, the answer will be 35,000 will be insurance, 10,545 will be loss. Irukra loss split panni eldran. I am going to split and write. Yes, Harish. Insurance will come in P&L. This insurance claim related to abnormal loss, matching concept, expense and income match each other, present in the same place. Now, final accounts, this question is, if loss by fire comes, loss by fire for what? Which goods? It could be furniture or is it purchase goods? Which one? Purchase goods. So loss by fire of purchase goods. Now purchase will come here. You will write that loss in P&L account. It comes only in my P&L. It will not come in the trading account. Now here in the same final accounts, if you have abnormal loss, where it will come? Trading account, credit side, correct? Even in final accounts, not only consignment, in any chapter, abnormal loss will come on the credit side of trading account. So expense will come here. Anything going to reduce my expense will come along with the expense. So in final accounts, if abnormal loss is 70,000, if insurance claim is 20,000, okay. So my net abnormal loss is 50. You will write 50 only here and write 50 only here. Are you following? That's the doubt. Okay, you will write 70 here and you will write P&L இங்க 70 போடு இங்க 20 போடு கரெக்ட்டா அதானே சொல்றேன் 50 20 போடு 30 ஆகும் 70 is my abnormal loss, 20 is my thing, net is what? 50. That's what we are doing here by writing 50 here. Are you following? See, I told you this is not a trading account, it's like a trading account. So like a trading account means out of my abnormal loss I am splitting it over here. See, if this is trading account, இதெல்லாம் வரக்கூடாது கரெக்ட்டா இந்த கமிஷன் ரிப்பேர்ஸ்லாம் வரக்கூடாது. I told like a trading account including even P&L, so those things are coming here. Alternate way what you are saying is, can I show here 45,545 again show income or reimbursement of 35,000 on the other side, like that you are asking, correct? Here we will set off both. When abnormal loss comes and it's reimbursed, we will set off both only and show it. Clear? Okay. Any other doubts here? Okay. With this question 5 is done. Now let me do a little bit of theory, just little bit of theory. I'll give a break. Okay, little bit of theory. So we are done with what is abnormal loss. Normal loss also we are done. This will be part of the cost. We have a sum for that. Now what theory I am more focused on is types of commissions. Can be a theory question. I'm just seeing where it is. Down is it? Now follow guys. This is important theory question in the chapter. Yeah. Okay. Very simple guys. What is ordinary commission? What we just solved. Normal sum we just did 5%, 10%. It's a ordinary commission. What is ordinary commission? Del credit commission is the additional commission known as del credit. This additional commission will be provided to protection against bad debts. Let me explain what is that. Nike sold goods to Adidas, very important term. Adidas sold to, let's say, Mitansh. Now 5 shoes was given. Adidas also gave 5 shoes to Mitansh. Mitansh did not pay, bad debts for Adidas. Who will bear the loss? Adidas will bear it in all the sums. Bad debts we are writing here. So end of the day, who is bearing that bad debts here? Nike. Del credit commission is given when Nike is telling, I will give you extra commission, but bad debts you only bear it. I will not bear. Are you following? So that bad debts loss will be borne only by Adidas. It will not come into debit side of Nike. Therefore, Adidas also can't reduce that expense. So if he collected 10,000, sales is 10,000. If bad debts is 1,000, he should pay how much? 10,000. That loss will be borne by whom? Adidas. For that risk, additional risk which Adidas, the consignee is taking, the additional commission is called del credit commission. Are you following guys? Next, overriding commission. Just now we saw 5%, 25%. Do you remember? Up to invoice price 5%. Beyond that, 25% that's called overriding to promote sales. If you sell at higher price than invoice price, I'll give you higher commission. Are you following guys? 3 types of commissions. Now let me take one past exam question. This came in December 2022, exactly 1 year back. Just read the question, 10 marks question, and tell me how much time you will take. Akbar and Sons of Surat consigned 500 toys to Amar and Sons. You know who's the consignor, who's the consignee. At a cost of 800, we know what to do. Freight is clear. Insurance is clear. During transit, 30 goods were damaged. Amar and Sons took delivery of the, so 30 goods is abnormal. Then, 14,000 is paid as local tax, just like Octra. I can't use the pen here, but just read. Amar and Sons sent a bank draft for 80,000 as advance, like our 50. You know what to do. Then the account sales showing that 400 toys have been sold at 1,500. So what is the closing stock? 500 toys are sent, 30 are damaged, 400 are sold. So closing stock is 70. Amar and Sons incurred expense on ground rent amounting to 3,500. Amar and Sons are entitled to commission of 6%. One of the customers did not pay for 10 days and nothing was recovered from insurers due to defect in the policy. It's a loss which I have to bear, like bad debts. You are required to prepare consignment account, trading account and of Amar and Sons in the books of. No need to prepare even consignee account. Debtor account, no need. Only consignment, trading account and find the profit. How many marks? 10 marks. According to exam 10 into 1.8, 18 minutes you have for this. Do you need so much time? Save it for some other thing. December 22. So this is, I don't remember. Wait. June 23, sorry. Latest exam. June 23 guys, which just got over. Anybody who wrote will get deja vu. Next. Where he sold? He sold for? That's okay. Every question is like that. There is no stock reserve. No, because commission is straight away given at 6%. Only if they use the word Overriding or del credit or invoice, all of that. Next question. Let me take one more question. This is December 22, guys. Another 10 mark question. Sorry, this is May 22, I think. This is, yeah, May 22. December 22 did not come. Consignment did not come in December 22. We can't say. This is again 10 mark question from May 22 exam. Just read and tell me, do you think you can solve at this stage? M of Mumbai sent on consignment goods valued 4 lakhs goods on consignment to A of Agra on 1st March. He incurred the expense of rupees 48,000 on freight and insurance. You know what to do. Cost of goods 4 lakhs will come on debit. Visualize debit 4 lakhs, 48,000 also on debit side. M closes account on 31st December. Okay, calendar year. A was entitled to a commission of 5% of gross sales plus del credit commission of 3%. That means what? No bad debts. I have to add. So total commission is 8%. I will not take risk of bad debts. A took delivery of the consignment incurring expense of 12,000 for the goods consigned. This is what? Like customs duty. This will come in closing stock computation. Correct? Next, on 31st December, A informed on phone that he sold account sales. He sold all the goods for 6 lakhs by incurring selling expense of 8,000. Expense will be reduced, all of that. He further informed that only 5,92,000 had been realized and rest were considered irrecoverable. Bad debts, what I should do? Ignore. Bad debts you will ignore. Why? What commission is this? Del credit. So bad debts should not even come in the solution. It should come in note that I am ignoring bad debts because of del credit commission. On 5th Jan 21, M received a check and incurred bank charges of M received. M is the consignor. Received check for the amount due from A. You have to compute how much is due from A. How to compute? Very easy. Sales is 6 lakhs. Expense 8,000. So what is due? Any other expense he incurred? 12,000 for. This is about 12,000 for goods carriage. So totally 6 lakhs minus 8,000 minus 12, 25 lakh. 80 is due. That's it. You can't reduce bad debts. So I received 5 lakh 80 for the amount due. I received a check for the amount due and I had incurred bank charges of 1,040 for collecting the check. Expense, bank expense for collecting check. The amount was credited by the bank on 9th Jan. Next year only it's credited. Write up consignment account, finding out profit loss, 10 mark question. Are you following? Answer for this, just to cross check our answer. Yeah, I have the answer ready over here. Okay. Fine. How much is payable? Look at this. We missed the commission also, or reduce the commission. So totally payable is how much? First we find how much is due. 6 lakhs is payable. What all are expense? Clearance expense 12,000, 8,000, double commission, basic commission and del credit commission. If I reduce both, then balance payable is 5 lakh 32. Correct? Correct, guys. No bad debts will come. This is the amount due. We have to find out. We found that this 5 lakh 32 will be paid to whom? Consignor. Look at his account. Usual account. 4 lakhs is goods received. 48,000 is freight and insurance. Question, if I can show you. Yeah, this is the question. 4 lakhs goods are sent. 48,000 is freight and expenses. Okay. Next, clearance expense, all that regular expense, 12,000, 8,000, commission, same way writing. What comes here, what comes there, correct? What is extra? That bank charges. It is not an expense, it's a provision for expense. So I am writing provision for expense 1040 net profit. Clear, guys? Which? No, let's check that. On 5th Jan, I received the check. Yeah, it's for next year, so we made it as a provision. That's it. Are you following, guys? So next year I will adjust with the consignee. How many marks, guys? 10 marks. You think you can solve this? Are you able to follow, guys? Every sum will have something new like this. Just showed you. So in the past 3 exams, 2 times consignment came for 10 marks, 20 marks. Similar sums. Let's come back to our material where we are solving. Do you want a break now or do you want to do one more sum and go for break? Majority always. Okay. We'll go for a short break. How long, guys? 20 minutes maximum. Now 4:30. Yeah, 4:50 p.m. we'll resume. We'll go till chapter gets over, guys. At least 6:30 minimum. Fine. See you that time.
You want something?
Yeah,
Why?
a mom can do.
You eat something else.
Hey, bring the juice, your mom can do.
It will take time now.
No, you already do.
Yeah, you should be.
It's for sweets and problem.
Then I need
It's for the sweets and problem.
You should not have tea. She doesn't drink milk. She does, bro.
No, she doesn't.
She's a vegan. She
She
does,
drink
bro.
tea. She drink hot. She not drink plain.
ஒரு நாள் குறிப்பா இன்னொரு நாள் நான் வந்து மில்க் சாப்பிட மாட்டேன் மில்க் ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் சாப்பிட மாட்டேன் சரி வா நீ போ Teacher, why you started speaking Hindi? So give a company to me. Hey, don't do this.
I'll give you. I'll give
Stop
you.
it, stop
I'll give you.
Fine.
Again, already visited the child. You're trying to very kind. In that case, Namita, she thought that she got she got it.
Second. The second one is this one. James goes down to the Supreme Court to so James goes down. Okay, so James has two bills. One bill is payable to Don, one bill is payable to Don. So it's sending it back to him. So the entry will be bills payable to bills receivable, difference will be discounted. So to answer. Yeah, bills payable to bills receivable, difference will be the. Which one? The books are two.
Yeah, you got it, man. Math.
The balance sheet for the boundary. There's no bill. So it's not going to be data base. So credit card is data. So for the down J is the data. Correct? Yeah, correct. Yeah, correct. The down J is the data. He says Don's own acceptance is zero. So own acceptance is Don gave some other bill. Don's bill is payable. Some other bill is payable. So Settle down, guys. Let's start. Guys, settle down, settle down. Everybody online also. I hope you guys are back. We're going to resume now. Okay. Can we start? Hello. Question 6, question 7, and question 8 is a very small question. It's a reverse working question. That's it. Consignment will come to an end. So towards the end of the today's discussion, I can even introduce NPO, but let's do both 6, 7 and 8 first and then see how much time is left. Now who's going to do 6, 7, 8? You guys are going to do. I will help you out. 6 and 7 are the same sums as what we did, only the method of testing the question varies. Look at 6. Now looking at this question, everybody will get scared. Ayo, there is some lot of numbers. But actually it's a very easy question, straightforward question. Look at this. Vikram Milk Foods of Vikrampur sends to Sundar 5000 kgs of baby food packed in 2000 tins of net weight 1 kg and 6000 packets of net weight half kg for sale on consignment basis. First you identify who is the consignor, who is the consignee, which is straightforward and easy. Consignor is Vikram Milk Foods and consignee is Sundar Stores. Always in every question they were sending one good. Here they are sending two goods, and the two goods is baby food and it's baby food packed in two different ways. How is the baby food packed? 5000 kgs. It is packed in 5000 kgs of baby food packed in 2000 tins of net weight of 1 kg. So totally 5000 kg is sent. In that 2000 is sent as 1 kg and 6000 packets is sent as half kg. So totally 5000. Are you able to follow that, guys? Break that part alone. So again I'll revise. Totally how much baby food is sent? 5000 kgs. In that one is sent as tins, 1 kg tins. How many I sent? 2000. And packets I am sending 6000 packets. Each packet is half kg. Are you following, guys? Clear? It is sent on consignment basis to Sundar Stores. Is this clear? Hello, everybody understanding? Let me again summarize that part if you have doubt. So I am sending totally 5000 kg in consignment in two ways. I am sending in 2000 tins of each 1 kg and 6000 packets at half kg. Clear? The consignee's commission was fixed at 5% of sale proceeds. 5% of sale proceeds. Straightforward commission, nothing complicated. Cost price and selling price of product is given here. Only data understanding is what matters. Sum is easy. The tin cost price is 10, selling price is 15. That packet cost price 6, selling price 7. That's it. Here goods are sent at cost or selling price. We have to wait and see. Consignment was booked on freight to pay basis. That means the buyer will pay. And freight charge came to 2% of selling value. We can compute that freight sales price into 2%. One case containing 50, that means 50 kgs, 50 tins was lost in transport and claim was 450. So loss minus 450. Are you following, guys? And 450 also will come on credit side like a claim. At the end of the first half year, the following information is gathered. Now only account sales is coming. How much is sold? Out of total 2000 tins which are sent, 1500 tins are sold at, the 1 kg tins are sold 1500. So totally 2000 tins are sent. How many are lost? 50. How many are sold? 1500. So closing stock will be 450 tins. Packets I have sent totally 6000. Out of that 4000 is sold. So closing stock is 2000 packets. Are you able to follow, guys? Store rent and insurance, you and I know best what to do with this. Debit and credit 600. Find out closing stock of inventory. Show consignment account and consignee account in the books of same thing. The trading account, debtor account and closing stock, same two accounts. Are you following, guys? Clear? This sum let me run through. Next sum you will solve, but I am going to run through with your help. With your help only. One by one. Let's do it together. Trading account, now we will give it names, guys. Consignment on sales account, and this is consignee account. Who's the consignee? Sam Sundar. Okay. Following. First you always find out how much goods are sent. What goods? Baby food. Clear? Able to follow, guys? Clear? Computer. What are you looking at me? Compute how much is sent. 5000 kgs. What is the? You have to compute two things. Tins is separate and packets separate. 20,000. 36,000 is what? Tejaswini says. Total is 56,000 is what you guys are saying. Harish, following. What food is sent? Okay, got it. Okay. Next. So, how do we compute? 2000 tins are sent, correct? Each tin cost is how much, guys? 10. That's it. So, how much? 20,000. Packets, 6,000 packets. Each packet is 6 rupees into 6. 36,000. Total is 56. Are you able to do this, guys? Anything complicated here? The only complicated part is classifying that baby food correctly. Tin and packet. Okay. So, goods sent on consignment 20,000 and 36,000. Total is 56,000. Are you following, guys? Clear? Fine. Next, are you understanding, everybody? Following, guys? Find out sales. Sales is straight away given 1500 and 4000. So 1500 into each tin is sold for 15 and 4000 each tin is sold for 7. 4000 into 7, 1500 into 15. How much? 50,500. Total, that will be my sales. 50,500 will come here, and in the other account we will get 50,500. Are you following, guys? Guys, easy sum. Hello. Both sides we wrote 50,500 and 50,500. Now let me write all the other expenses. Now I don't have to go in order. First few questions I taught you in order, how to flow, how to put it. Now whatever expense is there, you know where to paste it. From the top, first write commission. Commission is 5% of sale proceeds. What is 5,500 into 5%? How much? 2525. It will come here debit side. It will come here to credit side. Easy, guys. Next, that's it. Sum is over, guys. Next, any other expense? Freight charges 2% of selling value. Again 2% of 5,500. How much, guys? 1440. I am going to write here 1440 for Sundar, and again here I will write 1440. Correct? And rent expense, it is given how much? 600. I will again write here 600. I will write here 600. That's it. This account is done. Look at consignee account. Sales is 5,500. 3 expense 1440, 600, 2525. Balance will be paid back 45, 935. This balance is called due to consignor. Are you following, guys? It's called due to consignor. Clear? How 1440 freight? Look at the question. Freight is 2% of selling value. What is selling value? 5,500 into 2%, 1,440. Not coming.
It is only the sales. Total selling value will be
Okay, yeah, it should be total
2000 into
2% of selling value, correct. So you are right, 1 second. So what they are saying, it's 2% of selling value. Those who computed would have got that. It's not selling price, it's selling value. That means if everything is sold, how much I will recover? Totally 2000 tins into 15 plus 6,000 tins into 7, how much? 72,000 into 2%. Now are you getting it? 1,440. Can anyone tell me logic as to why we are taking selling value for freight? Selling value because freight doesn't matter if you sold the goods or not. Freight is for all the goods. So for all the goods I am taking the whole thing. Are you following, guys? Hello, are you understanding? Sanjeev, following? Sure. We missed that earlier. I took 2% of selling price. It's not correct. 2% of selling value. We should read the question better. Clear? Now coming down here, all the debits are done. Credits also is done. Only 2 computation is left. That is only the key computation in the sum. Computation of abnormal loss, computation of this alone I want you to do it, guys. Even though answer is there, I want you to try and compute this part in the sum. Abnormal loss and closing stock, because every sum what takes time is this. Compute only these 2 in question 6. Got both, Nitansh? We'll do it, guys. Abnormal loss is only for the tins. 1 kg tins we have 50. Closing stock we already computed. Tins were 450. Packets were how much, guys? Get this correct, sum is over, guys. Fast. Finished. Okay, follow, guys. Let me do it. Guys, everybody, hello. Now, look at this. Abnormal loss for 50 tins. What is the cost of 50 tins? 50 into 10, how much? 500. Apart from that, will I consider anything else for abnormal loss? Freight of how much? Will I consider freight or no? Okay. Now, abnormal loss, if you see, what is the amount of insurance, guys? 450. Now, freight is 2% of selling value, and freight is part of travel. So during freight only it got lost. So what is the total freight value you found? 1440 is for how many goods? Is for a total of 5000 kgs. Correct. So per kg will be 0.288. We want for how many kgs? 50 kgs. It comes to how much? 14.4. Total comes to 5144.40. Is this and round off? Let's say 515 or 4. Okay, let's take 514. Okay, whatever it is, 514 is my total cost. Are you understanding this computation first, guys? Cost is 500 rupees. My total freight is 1440 for how many kgs? 5000 kgs. So per kg it is 0.228 into 50 kg is 514. Out of 514, how much insurance I got? 450. So 514 minus 450, you get how much? 64 will be my abnormal loss. This will be the claim. 1 rupee difference here and there might be there. So 450 is my insurance claim. They round off to 65. We got what? 64. This round off, guys. 515. Why that came? Very simple. Divide 1440 by 5000. How much you got? Exactly that. 0.288. No other number after that. Multiply into 50 as it is from that answer in calculator. How much you are getting? 14.4. Then ideally you should be rounding off to 514. But this is loss, so they round up. Okay. They would have taken as 0.29, is it? 0.12 is taken as 0.29. Now multiply into 50.
So what it is just 50 into 50, 750 into 2% is 50.
What is the other way?
50 into 50.
50
Into 50 selling price. Selling value.
okay into
2%.
okay, this is another easy way. Yes, totally it is 50 tins which are lost. Each tin selling price is 15 into 2%. You will end up with 5 minus 450 is you will get 65. See, this method is perfect for this sum. But I did how we used to do in every sum, default method. Of course, this sum is perfect. 50 tins, each price 2%, you get the freight minus this. Are you following, guys? So you get insurance claim 450, freight of 65. That's it. Now what is left is only closing stock. Closing stock, let me show you closing stock here itself. We have two inventories here, guys. Tins and packets. For 450 tins, how you will do it? 450 into 10 will be cost 4500. Again cost of freight 450 into 15 into 2%. How much? 135. That's it. 4635. And the other one, packets 2000 into 6 selling cost price plus
2000 into 7 into 2%.
how much? 12280 plus 4635 gives me how much? 16. That's the answer. Are you guys following? Let me explain this for those who didn't get it. Closing stock, like I told you, should be material cost plus any other cost that is incurred to get the good to the present location. For tins, my material cost is 4500. Apart from that, add freight cost. 450 tins, each tin is sold for 15 rupees into 2%, freight 135. Add these both, you get 4635. Are you following? Guys, are you understanding? Sure. Anybody want me to repeat this? And Sanjeev following. Okay. That's what they did over here also. 450 tins into 10. Selling price. Okay. Yeah, they are doing it. Okay. Together and together add freight. They are doing it combined, guys. We did separately and we get the same answer as 16,915. Are you following? Hello, guys. That's it. This sum comes to an end. Is there anything new in this sum adjustment wise? No. It's only two goods, tin and packets. You should not get confused over that. That's it. Clear, guys? Easy or difficult? Hello? If he sells less means loss. So his Sanjeev's doubt is, sir, what if I sell for less price? In all the sums we are getting profit, we will get loss. That's all. That's it. Loss? Ama loss kaatnu. Profit includes loss always. Profit kaatana, loss kaatnu. Next, question number 7. This question, I want you guys to try it. Again, let's time it, guys. Follow. Guys, hello. Last sum you will be solving for the day. Look at this. Mehta of Mumbai consigns 100 case of goods costing 1000 to Sri Sundaram of Chennai. Who is the consignor? Mehta, Mumbai, consignee is Chennai. Now look at this. Cost is 1000 into 1000. Carriage is 10,000. And look at the expense. Freight is given. Loading charge is given. Sri Sundaram sells 700 cases. Incurs the following expenses. Very easy question. 50 have been lost in transit and 100 are still in transit. Sundar entitled to a commission of 10% on gross sales. Sum is so easy. The only thing extra in this sum is what? This one line. That alone you should know what to do. Rest of the sum is easy. Do it, guys, fast. This is the only thing which is new in transit. Rest of the sum is very easy. Everybody has the question. Question 7. Actual exam it's 10 marks. But for us it's a 5-mark question in class. Maximum 10 minutes. Try to do it in 10 minutes, guys. I'll give a hint. This adjustment will impact only closing stock. So be careful while computing closing stock. That's it. Only closing stock. This sum is worth it because of this adjustment. Otherwise, put it in the trash. Do it fast, guys. Ten minutes maximum, guys. These are sums where you can save time in exam and pocket those 10 marks. Online, good. Naveen, yes. The doubt you asked earlier, insurance claim, yes. Insurance claim, you can show abnormal loss separately on debit and claim separately on credit side. Yes, you can do this sum. Question 7, everybody has material. Do question 7, guys. Try to do it. Our class, when you're spending 3-4 hours, when you leave home, you should know to do the sum, not just I've seen the sum. Put the pen on the paper, recording, do it, guys. If you are not able to solve the sum by yourself, no point coming to the class. Easy sum. If you are getting stuck, get stuck in transit. I'll help you out over there. Come on, guys. Next 30-40 minutes. Let's close this chapter. Done. Mitan just finished. Those who finished, put the hand up, guys. Online, 4 minutes, 10 marks. That's it. Done. Dilly Babu finished. Super. 2 done, guys. 2 of them finished. If you are stuck only with goods in transit, you are stuck in the right place. Try to figure it out. Try to figure it out. It's only closing stock. Apply the concept. That's it. Good job. If you're done with 7, go to question 8. Try question 8, guys. That's a very interesting question. Dilly Babu and Mitansh, others who finished can do 8 instead of sitting idle. 8 is another very interesting question. Come on, guys. Those who are done, put the hand up, guys. Those who are watching online live on YouTube here. Do it, guys. Do it. Put in the chat if you are done. I don't see anybody in YouTube live who's finished it so far. Here we have. How many of you done, guys? Put the hand up. Two of them done here. Three of them done. Online we have close to 50 of you watching. Come on. Online, Naveen has finished. Good. Here we have one more student. Good, guys. 5 of them are done. Transit, closing stock. It's a very minute adjustment. After you look at the answer, it will be like so small. Hint is, don't consider all the cost for goods in transit. When goods are in transit, can you consider loading charges? No. So loading charge is only for goods which are not in transit. Loading is only when goods are reached, correct? Freight, loading, yeah. Not loading, I'm talking about clearing charge. One of the expense will not come for goods in transit. That's it. Okay. Online we have Naveen, Akshaya, Kamalesh who have finished. Good. Anybody else who's done here? 1, 2. How many of you are stuck in closing stock? Full class. Okay. Let me explain, guys. Follow. I know there's a lot of time for exam if the sum comes in exam, but how do we handle that? Let me first finish the rest of the sum quickly. Goods sent on consignment is 10 lakhs. House are 10 lakhs. 1000 into 1000, that is 10 lakhs, guys. Sales 700 into 1400. How much is that? 9 lakh. Can you check if it's correct again? Last time it should not be 700 on 4. Is it correct, guys? Sales is correct. All the expenses. What is it? Carriages. 10 freight is 30, loading is 10. Total comes to 50,000. They have just put as one thing as expense. You can show it separately, no harm. Then other expense of Sundaram. Clearing charges 8,500, warehouse and storage 17,000 will come over here. Sundaram expense, okay, they again club that. So we will write it over here. Can you add all these three, guys? 8,500 plus 17 plus 600 is how much? 31,500. They are showing it together. Sir, can I show it separately? Very much yes. No harm in that. But show consignor expense separately, consignee expense separately. Done. So all the expense also are posted. Commission is simple, 10% on gross sales, 98,000. Straightforward, 980 into 10%, 98,000. So if you look at Sundaram's account, sales is 980, consignment expense, commission, balance 850, 500 is sent. Easy. Here also if you come here, everything is fine. Only again I am getting stuck in loss and closing stock. Abnormal loss and closing stock is what you have to deal with. That's where I am going to help you out. Is there loss here? Yeah, 50 have been lost. Let's do that part alone, guys. See, I'll teach this again from scratch because this is the last sum where we have this today. After this, no more sum of abnormal loss, no more sum of closing stock. Next sum is different. So I will teach in detail how many goods are sent. 1000. In that, how many are lost? 50. How many are sold? 700. So what should be the closing stock? 250. In that 250, 100 are in transit. So 100 are in transit. That means on the way. Still not yet reached the consignee. What is reached the consignee? 150. This I am sure everybody would have got it. 1000 goods are sent, 50 are lost, 700 sold. So 250 should be in closing stock. This is closing stock, but 100 in transit. It's on the way to reach my house. 150 is reached. Leave closing stock. Let me finish the loss. Now, loss happened during transit. Correct? So for this 50, what is the money I have lost? Think logically. What is the money I have lost? Cost of 1000 is lost. So this 50, what all I have lost? I have lost 1000 rupees as the cost. What else have I lost? If you see here, carriage is lost because I had to put into the truck or wherever I had to put, and freight and loading. So totally I lost how much? 50,000 rupees also is not fully lost. 50,000 rupees is for how many goods? 1000. So per good is 50. So I have lost for 50 goods. 50 into 50 is that the answer, guys? 2500 plus 50 into 1000. 50,000 plus 2500, you get how much? This is my abnormal loss. Check. Yeah, 52,500. Are you following, guys? If you are not getting it, no. I'll repeat it again. These 50 goods, what is the money I lost? First, the cost of goods is 1000, fully gone. 1000 into 50, 50,000 I lost. Either Tandi, travel kana 50,000 50,000 is spent for 1000 goods. So for each good I am losing, each good I am spending 50 rupees like my Dunzo expense. 50 rupees into 50 goods. Again I lost 2,500. Add both you get 52,500. Is this clear? This is how you have to do for every sum. Abnormal loss. What I have lost is the cost of material plus cost of travel proportionately split. Sir, in the my vana sir, can you tell an easier way? Much easier way. 50,000 is the cost of travel for how many goods? For 50 goods, how much? Cross multiply. 50 into 50,000 divided by 1000. You will get the same answer. Actually, this only is cross multiplication. Following. Are you understanding, guys? This is abnormal loss. Now coming to goods in transit. 250 is there. First compute closing stock normally. What all cost I will consider? Let's take one by one. Material cost. Will I take that? How much? 1000. I will take that. Travel cost. Will I take that? Yes. This is incurred by the consignor. Consignor's travel cost I will incur because already spent. How much is that? 50,000 for how many goods? For closing stock we will take 1000 or abnormal loss will remove. Will I divide by 1000 or will I for closing stock? 1000, how much you get? 50, correct? Now, consignee, so my closing stock will be 1050 per unit, correct? Are you following, guys? Now the goods, some are reached, some have not yet reached. Only if the goods are reached, I will spend clearing charges like customs, like octroi, correct? So clearing charges of how much? 8,000. Clearing charge of 8,500 is only for the goods which have reached. Because it's, so I told you inventory, until the goods reach my factory and until it's processed. So I have to incur that for the good to reach my factory. Got it? Customs duty has to be incurred for the good to reach my factory. Not custom duty. Clearing charges is like custom duty. To clear the goods, I have to pay some money. Okay. So one sum they are saying custom, one they are saying octroi, one they are saying clearing. It's what? Cost necessary for the good to reach. Now 8,500 is for how many goods? 900 or 850? 850. Why? Out of 1000 goods, how much are in transit? 100. How many are lost? So how many I received? So I am going to clear only 850. It's like that border. Only if I pay 8,500, I will get 850 goods. So per good is how much? 10. So my total cost is 1,005. 1,060. Correct? This is if the goods are reached. If the goods have not reached, my cost is 1050. Correct? Are you following, guys? If goods are not yet reached, I have spent only 1050. Clearing will come only when goods are reached. So plus 10, 1060. Now we do breakup. Out of 250 goods, how many are in transit? 100. So for that 1050. How many are reached? 150. So including clearing charges 1060. Multiply both. How much you are getting? This into this, add this. 2 lakh? Is that the answer? I don't know, you have to check, guys. Yeah, 2,64,000. Are you following, guys, everybody? I'll again repeat. The logic for this is not in consignment chapter. It is in inventory chapter. Inventory chapter tells cost incurred till the goods have reached and processed only will be considered. So this clearing charge will be included only for goods which have reached. So I will show this as 2 breakup. Goods in transit 150 into, sorry, goods in transit 100 into 150, reached 150 into 1060. I am showing double breakup 2,64,000. Clear, guys? Are you all following? Hello, this is the breakup. Everybody clear? Anybody wants me to explain this part again? Anyone? See, if I have 50 students here telling me you have understood, those who are watching recording also will understand. My intention is for you guys. Have you understood? Yes or no? Any doubts? Hi, Grivan Puri now. Sure. Following? Clear, guys? Everybody? Lakshmi understood? This clear? Okay. That's about it. So next time when you are revising this next day before exam, don't waste time to revise the whole sum. See, if you see from what you should do when you are studying, ideally you should have done this long back. What you should be doing is, now if you see in this chapter, illustration 4 is a good sum. Read the whole sum, correct? Illustration 5, don't waste time. You mark only this 35,000. Read this alone, enough, correct? See, day before exam, don't spend time for whole sum. This alone I will see. Illustration 6, nothing new, but how to compute the tins and packet alone I will check. 2% of selling value. That part only is important. 6. Illustration 7, don't have to see the whole sum day before exam. All I have to bother about is last line, closing stock. we did two sums. We saw that past exam question, bank charges, provision, that is one sum. That's it. Like this, one or two new adjustments may come. You should know how to handle that. That's it. Are you following, guys? Clear? Next, last sum. 8. No, 8 I'm not going now. 8 is a very unique sum. We will do it. We are going to do it. Which one?
Vijay remitted the balance in favor of Ajay. Vijay is consignee and Ajay is consignor.
Yeah.
So this means to say Vijay has paid the balance.
Yeah, he's paid the balance.
So we don't need to give the note in the last answer, right? Because it is mentioned in the question.
Yes.
They have given the note.
Let me check that. I'm still ready to read the question. Okay, now come to journals, guys. Guys, I have only 20 minutes more for consignment. I can't afford more time. Follow, guys. Journal entries. I will show you journal entries for one sum. And then lastly, question number 8. Consignment comes to an end. After that, last half an hour, I'll introduce NPO. But we have to finish this quickly, guys. Because after tomorrow, I'll have to see when, if you need. Only tomorrow also same time. 2:30 till whatever time we can sit. Finish off NPO. Then you wanted what all topics, sir? See, JLP I can take off. That's easy. That's depreciation, JLP, and summon message for BRS. Then summon message for BRS. Okay, fine. Okay, I'll do one thing. Tomorrow's slot, JLP depreciation, I'll spend some time covering the core concept and doing a few sums. Or today itself I will do that. Okay, so we can spend time for NPO. Question number 2, guys. Now come to question number 2. In one of the batches, I started with illustration 1 and 2, and they panicked before I went to illustration 3. That's why I changed the approach. First the ledger, now journals. Now so far they have not tested journals in the last 3 to 4 attempts. Usually they test only the 10 mark sum. If it comes, now read this question and tell me, is the question new or same as what we all read this? This is, leave illustration 1, 2. X sent on 1st July to Y goods costing 50,000 and spent 1,000 on packing. On 3rd July, Y received the goods and sent us acceptance. He sent a bill for 30,000. Y spent 2,000 on freight, 5,000 on godown. So and all the adjustments look same. Much easier than the big sum we did. But I am going to focus on journal entries here for consignor and consignee. Now we are going to focus on entries. Look at this, guys. Sorry. They have asked only for illustration, same thing. 1 and 2 is same question. 1 is consignor, 2 is consignee. Anyway, I'm going to do for both. So we are doing from 3, 1, 2 will get over. Same sum. Okay, here they're asking for consignor. There after some 5 pages, they're asking for consignee. Same question. Let's do one by one. Okay. Illustration 1. X is sending goods to Y for 50,000. Consignor send goods to consignee. Now, don't look at the journal, guys. Remember the sum we did. Correct? When goods are sent, you are writing the amount here. You are writing the amount here. So, it's to this. What is this ledger called? Consignment. So, 2 goods and consignment, 50,000. Are you following? We are doing reverse. Okay, the cheat code only, but easy for the exam point of view with the limited time. So, 2 goods sent. Consignment to Y account. 2 goods sent on. Consignment is my entry. If you are not able to understand, in all the sums that you did so far, in all the sums we did, the trading account is called what? Consignment. For example, consignment of first sum, Sahu account, correct? And here we wrote 2 goods sent on consignment XXX. Correct? It's like in debtors account, if I write to sales XXX, what is the reverse working of this entry? Debtors to sales. Correct? Then what is the entry for this? Consignment of Sahu to goods sent on consignment. Are you following, guys? Now to derive the entry, sir, I don't like to learn like this. What is the logic way to learn? Simple. When you make credit sales, like I said, it's debtor to sales. Here my debtor is consignment. Instead of sales, I will write goods sent to consignment. That's my first entry. Are you following, guys? Easy. Next one. Packing charges spent 1000 on packing. We will put all the expense together. Y received the goods, consignee, and sent acceptance for 30,000. He didn't give advance. He gave a bill. Correct? Acceptance. So for me it is a bills receivable. Who is giving it? Y account. Bills receivable to Y 30,000. Are you following, guys? Clear? Now coming to expense. Visualize. In the trading account, where the expense will come? Debit side. How much? 1000. What is the account called? Consignment account. Here I will write expense to bank. If I paid, correct? So look at the entry. Consignment to Y to bank. Are you following, guys? Are the entries easy now? Guys, are you following, guys? Okay. This is which account? This consignment to Y is the trading account. Are you following? Everybody understanding? Now you tell me the next set of entries, guys. Y spent 2000 on freight and cartage and 5000 on godown rent and 3000 on insurance. What entry? No entry. This is what? Consignee. If he is spending, I won't know until he sends me account sales. So you will write here, like we will not write any entry for now because I don't know it. He is spending. Who will pass the entry? Consignee will pass. Are you following, guys? On 31st December, he sent his account sales. Now your entry will come. Account sales along with the amount due to X, showing that 4/5 of the goods have been sold for 55,000 and Y is entitled to a commission of 10%. Now you have to prepare a rough working of that debtor account. Rough debtor account. What is the rough debtor account? What is the total sales? 55,000 is sold. What are my expenses? 2,500, 300, and commission is how much? 10%. So 5,500. Anything else? Sorry? Could not pay how much? 600. Also he already paid how much? 30,000. Bills payable for him. How much is that? 30,000. So 55 minus all this. How much will get? How much? 16,100. We'll see if that's there. 16,100. Balance money which I am receiving from Y. Are you following, guys? Rough working in calculator, if you do, it's enough. Yes. Let's look at the next entries. Now, first he gave me bill of how much? No, 30,000 he gave bill of. This bill I get the money. Bank account debit to bill. They are assuming it was paid. Then look at the next one. Receipt of account sales. How much is the sales? 55. Don't look at the entry. You will tell me the entry now. Sales will come. This is which account? Consignment to. Who's the consignee? Y account. And this is called Y account. Where will sales come? 55,000. And here 55,000. Can you tell me entry for this? What is the entry? Y account debit to consignment to Y. How much? 55. Go look at the entry now. Y account debit to consignment to Y. 55. Are the entries easier now? See, this is reverse way of learning, but end of the day I want the answer in exam. That's it. Okay. Given the time, I am mainly focusing on crash exam, 10 marks I want, if it comes, journal entries. Next, the expense incurred. Think of where all these expenses are coming, where all, tell me. Here how much? Whatever the expense. Let's say expense is 5,000. Okay. It comes here and it comes here. Tell me entry for this. Consignment to Y to Y account. Consignment to Y to Y account. Total expense. Are you following, guys? Does it make sense? Hello? Okay. Next. Commission. Tell me again. Commission will come where? Commission will come here and here. Same entry. Look at that. Consignment to Y. Commission 5,500. Are you following, guys? Easy. You can club, but always better to show commission separately. Okay. Next one. This money only we computed balance is 16,000. This will be remitted back to the consignor. So consignor will get the money. Bank account debit to Y. Debtor is paying me the money. What is the entry if debtor pays money? Bank to debtor. Here bank to Y. How much? 16,100. Are you following, guys? And closing stock, you know how to compute. Once you find closing stock, you tell me where is closing stock coming in our account. Trading account, credit side. We will write inventory. What will be the entry? Inventory to consignment. Inventory to consignment. That's it. Now you know the entries. Are you following, guys? All you have to do is in the ledgers where it will come, you know very well. Because you did some 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Reverse work and find the journals. Are you following, guys? That's it. Same thing now you have to do in the books of consignee. Very easy. Again, same question. Down is it? I don't know why so much space they left. Okay. This here it's easy, guys. In Y books, no consignment account, no consignee account. Normal transactions. When Y receives goods, no entry. Only when he's sending a bill. What is the entry for bill? Yesterday we saw bills. Next to bills payable. Okay. Now this consignee books and all they will not ask generally because it has nothing to do with consignment chapter. You have to pass entries here like a normal sum, like normal journals. If you look at the transactions on meeting the expense, what is the normal entry for expense? Normal entry. Expense to bank. Now I incurred, let's say Mitansh had to pay 500 rupees in the restaurant. Instead of Mitansh, I paid for him. What entry will I pass? Mitansh had to pay 500 in the restaurant. He couldn't pay. So instead of him, I paid it. So for me, I will write to bank and I will debit whom? Mitansh, receivable from Mitansh. So for me, expense, X account to bank. So receivable from X, receivable from consignor. Are you following, guys? On meeting his acceptance, bills payable, he is paying, bills payable to bank. It's not consignment chapter, guys. Normal entries. Sales, what is entry for sales? Trade debtors to bank, but here, debtors to sales. Here sales is made for the consignor. Who is he? X. Are you following, guys? Trade receivables to X, 55. Then rest of the entries also. Bad debts. Normally, what is the entry for bad debts? Bad debts to debtors. Instead of bad debts, whatever income or expense I get, I will put it to the X account. X account to trade receivables. Are you following? Because this bad debts is not my bad debts. It's whose bad debts? His bad debts. So I will put it, charge it to his account. Why? I'll give an example. For the consignee, the consignor account is like a what account? Creditor account. So I have to pay him. If a bad debt comes, I don't have to pay him. So liability will reduce. So I am debiting him. Are you following? Now I'll leave that question. Consignee paid consignor. If you pay your liability, if you pay creditor, what's the entry? Creditor to bank. Here, who's my creditor? consignor, that is X. So look at the last entry, X to bank settlement. Are you following, guys? So for consignee, treat the consignor like a creditor, all the entries will come. You tell me this one, guys. Commission, I got commission. Now, creditor is a liability. Commission will be a reduction of liability because I don't have to pay him that commission. I will reduce. So I will debit X account, and commission for me is an income. I will write to income of X to commission on. Are you following, guys? Understanding? Beyond this, you tell me some other transaction that you saw in the question. Let's say consignee incurred some packing expense. Okay, consignee incurred packing expense of 5,000. What is the entry? Consignor account debit to bank. Are you following, guys? Are you understanding? Clear? Hello? Easy, guys. Entries. How do you put the entries? Just think. For consignor, consignee is like a debtor. For consignee, consignor is like a creditor. That's it. How many of you understood? You have to go home and go through all this once, but it's fairly straightforward and easy. Clear, guys? Now illustration 8, but before that, one more adjustment for which we don't have a question in the book. Very, very important, guys. In all the questions, 1000 toys are sent, 50 are lost in transit, so you are taking 950. You should reduce this only if it is a normal loss. You should not reduce. Are you following? You have to keep for all 1000. Are you understanding? No. If it's a normal loss, I will not count abnormal loss. I will tell you how that happens. So far they have not tested this, but a very, very important concept. We don't have a question in the book. What will happen if it is normal loss? That loss, you compute the loss amount. If it's normal loss, guys, compute the loss amount, add it to cost of closing stock. That's it. They have not asked it's a huge logic. I need 20 minutes to explain the logic itself. Very simple. Closing stock comes here, loss comes here. If it's abnormal loss, you show it separately. If it is normal loss, don't show it separately. Compute like a normal sum, add it to closing stock. That's it for exam. Are you following? So closing stock will include cost of normal loss. Question will give you. If it's a normal, abnormal, question will tell. Normally 50 goods will get lost. This time 70 goods got lost. So extra 20 will be abnormal loss. Are you following? They have not tested. They won't test. But if they test, see, I'm not getting into the logic, guys. It's a detailed logic. I need half an hour. It's an inter-concept AS2 inventories. But if it comes in exam, because the book has theory of normal loss, what should I do? Compute loss like how you always compute. But don't show it separately. Add it to closing stock. That's it. Your cost of closing stock also you compute normally. Add both in the ending. Are you following? Are you understanding? Compute loss separately, compute stock separately like every sum. But if it's a normal loss, show it together with closing stock. Are you following, guys? For those who want logic, I'll give a simple logic, okay? So that you get some satisfaction that you learn this. I purchased 100 apples to sell. Each apple is 50 rupees is my cost. So I paid 5,000 rupees for these apples. Okay. Now, when I got the apples, 20 apples were damaged, not damaged, got spoiled because of time and all of that, heat, etc. So, I have only how many apples left? 80. You are still yet to sell. Now, somebody is asking you, what is the cost of one apple? What you will tell? You will tell more than 50. What you will tell? You thought 5000 is for 100 apples, but I will now divide 5000 by 80. How much you are getting? 55.62.50. Now you will tell your cost of apple is 62.5. Correct? Will everybody do this? Or will you still tell 50? No, you will tell cost is 62. That means this loss gets absorbed into other units, which is my closing stock. Are you following, guys? So this loss is added to my cost. So now if I have 80 apples left, what is the closing stock of 80 apples? 80 into 62.5, 5000. I won't even show it like a loss. It's not a loss because it's a normal loss. That cost gets absorbed into closing stock of other units. Other units price will go up. Are you following? That's why we are adding it. Got the logic, guys? But if it's abnormal loss, show it separately. That's it. Are you understanding, guys? Clear? They have not tested. If they test, because it's there in theory. Now last question. Question number 8 is a unique question, guys. Very unique question. It has nothing to do with consignment account and all. It has that, but lot of reverse workings. Okay. So what I will do for question 8, let's not waste time today. I will do it. Question 8, go home, because you need to spend 15-20 minutes to put your mind on it. Not easy. You need to spend 15-20 minutes. Last question with this consignment is over. Try out question 8 as a homework today. Look at the solution. Not easy. It's one top of the order question. Try it out. But when you look at the answer, I can guarantee you will understand. Tomorrow's class, I will teach and run through the entire solution, because I can do it now. But I want you to try and fail when you do it and know what goes wrong, so that if something new comes in exam, you will know how to handle it. How many of you already done question 8? You know the answer? Good. If you have already done it, go home and revise. Otherwise, it's a beautiful question, guys. If I want to put your confidence down in the main exam, this will be the first question. It's a question like that. I'm just telling you what type of question. So give it a try. We will discuss in class tomorrow. Okay. They have not tested this even once. As far as I've known, they have not tested it. Or very long back it would have come. If it comes again, 10 marks. Okay. So just go through. Now last half an hour. With this, for today we are done with consignment. Are you following, guys? Okay. Now I have 3 NPO. I will take fully. Tomorrow is NPO. Just 20 minutes for question 8 NPO. Now half an hour this JLP, depreciation, BRS. These 3 topics I can't do everything, guys. Even if I go in rocket speed. Okay. BRS, as far as I know, it's an easy topic. How many of you finding it difficult? A few of you. So I can't commit for BRS if I have time, but I will just brief the core concept of what is BRS. Core concept. Any adjustment, I apply that concept only. Okay. I will just spend 5 minutes on BRS. JLP, I will push it to tomorrow. And balance time for depreciation. There are 2 methods how to do depreciation. I will spend time over there. But BRS, guys, yes. Inga. In the question. 6 point. Theory of okay. Okay, goods. Yeah, what is the entry for this? Goods are returned. When goods are sent, you pass an entry. That's reverse panna. Avladhaan. Adliye minus panna. It's like a purchase return money. So trading account la what you do with purchase return? Purchase la கம்மி பண்ணிப்போம். Adliye minus பண்ணிக்கலாம். அப்படி you will include it. அதெல்லாம் proposed data you will reduce it. So what his question is, sir 100 good அம்சம் sir. அதுக்கு incurred freight etc. return பண்ணும்போது 10 return பண்ணோம் அதுக்கும் cost தனித்தனியா I will keep it. That's it. That's what they're saying. Expense incurred by consignee to send the goods back are not taken into consideration while valuing the goods because they were already in saleable condition. We will not take this for closing stock. I will not take this for valuation of closing stock of balance goods or even those goods because goods திருப்பி அனுப்பும்போது goods are already in good position. And changing the location back from consignee to consignee is not a cost which must have been incurred to sell the goods. Beautiful point from inventory chapter again. Inventory chapter what they are saying, all the goods necessary until the goods reach only I will consider in cost of inventory. Once goods have reached, I am sending it back. For sending it back, it's additional expense, it's like an abnormal thing. So I will not include this in cost of inventory in சொல்ல வரோம். Yes, know the doubt? மறந்துச்சா? Okay, fine. Okay. It's a theory part, they have not asked, but if they ask, good, he brought it up. If they ask, you know what to do. Clear, guys? Fine. I'm hoping all of you are very familiar with the common theory questions. Inventory, what is periodic versus perpetual, then difference table. Just ensure theory, guys, 10-15 marks comes. So where we left with BRS. I will keep cutoff of 6:30, guys. Now follow BRS. Only one important thing. Okay, one important thing in BRS. Follow, guys. Imagine I have in my bank account 20,000 rupees. Now I'm only focusing on the core concept. Apply this concept in any adjustment, you should be getting the answer. Okay, imagine I have a balance of 20,000 in my bank account. If I just open the app, it shows 20,000. Okay, so in my books, bank account will show how much. Similarly, bank also will have my account in their books, correct? There they will show 20,000 credit. Generally, have you seen bank statement? Balance credit போடுவோம், debit போடுவோம். Credit தான். That means for bank it's a credit. Why? அவன் pay பண்ணுவான் உனக்கு. Are you following? Why it's credit? Why it's debit? Why for me it's debit? I have to receive from the bank. Why in bank statement it's a credit? Bank should pay you. அவனுக்கு liability. அதான் credit. Are you following, guys? That is the concept. Now, when I deposit, I received another new check from Mitansh. Basic example. So when I receive a check, and so we have two books, guys. What is this bank book called? Passbook. What is this? Cash book. What I have with me. See, chapters like consignment, BRS is something that is done even today. Practically, you will apply when you go for articleship. Consignment law only for exam. Okay. Accommodation bills, I don't know, I learned only in class. Bills say accommodation bills. Okay, fine. Now, in both the things, the idea is in my books, the balance and in the passbook balance should match, but sometimes they will not match. Why? When Mitansh gives me a check, I will go deposit in the bank. So நான் என்ன பண்ணுவேன், plus, let's say he gave me a check for 2,000, I will show plus 2,000. So in my books, manual books, balance will be 22,000, but here it's still 20. So I will add here 2,000 and show it tally, or reduce here 2,000. Are you following? Are they opposite? Sometimes I would have given a check for payment 10,000 to somebody else. So I will reduce 22 minus 10,000 and show as 12,000. But on the check அவன் கொடுத்துக்க மாட்டான் bankல. So bank will still show as 22. And the difference reconcile பண்றது தான் BRSA. I'm sure everybody knows the concept. But apply this. What you have to do when any adjustment comes, where has this been accounted, where it is not accounted, make the difference. That's it. ஒரு இடத்துல அக்கவுண்ட் பண்ணியிருப்பான், ஒரு இடத்துல அக்கவுண்ட் பண்ணியிருக்க மாட்டான். Find that and make difference. Sometimes they are accounted wrongly. Some adjustments, because it's question I can create what I want. Wrong adjustments will come. That is about BRS. I have hardly done nothing for BRS. I have just told you what is BRS. because someone told me and concept purila, so I explained that. There's no time to do more than that, guys. Fine. Any doubts you have in BRS, anybody watching, feel free to always ask me. But as far as I know, don't skip BRS. It's a mandatory question. It always comes. It's easy. You have to spend time. Yes, Lakshmi. One sum. Yeah, I will try to do one sum. I'll keep it for the end. I'll do one sum. One sum in BRS. I will do it. And depreciation also I will do one sum, but I want to focus on one important concept in depreciation, guys. Follow. There are, see, everybody knows methods of depreciation: straight line method, written down value method, and sum of digits method. I don't think there's a problem in applying these methods. You know how to compute. That's not a problem in this chapter. The chapter problem is there are two ways to present depreciation. One is using a provision account, one is without provision, accumulated depreciation. That is what I want to focus on. Okay. Two methods. Let's say I have a machinery costing 1 lakh. Here also machinery costing same machinery. Okay. Assume depreciation is 10,000 rupees per year. 10,000 rupees per year. Year 1, year 2. Now we are currently in year 3 is present. So 10k here also. Are you following? One method will reduce the depreciation and show machinery in year 3 at 80,000 as book value. This is one method. I'm sure you will be able to reconnect. The other method, what it does, it will not reduce this from cost. Machinery will be continued at original cost. What they will do, machinery account will be for 1 lakh, and we will have one more account called provision for depreciation 20,000. Okay. So in the balance sheet, either I can show machinery at 80,000 or I will show machinery at 1 lakh, provision this side 20, but when I set off I will reduce 20 here and show 80. Are you following, guys? These are the two broad methods that we have. You will solve all the sums in this method and this method. Practically both methods are followed. Sums will have both the methods. Now where that struggle comes is when I purchase assets or when I sell assets, how do you account? We will do one or two sums. Okay. But now let me take the same sum. Machinery is 1 lakh. 2 years depreciation is 20,000. Now I am in year 3 where asset is 80,000. Both methods I will show you. Assume this is machinery block, group of many machines. Okay. Let's assume first beginning of the year or end of the year sometime. Let's say beginning of the year. A part of the machinery which was costing 15,000 rupees was sold for, let's keep scenarios, let's say sold for 18,000 rupees. How do we account for this is what they ask, correct? Let me do it in both the methods first. Now, whenever sale happens, you need to split your block into sold part and not sold part. Okay. Which method do you want to do first? Cost or provision? We'll do both anyway. Let me start with cost. So my machinery account is having a cost of to balance brought down 1 lakh, correct? I'm keeping machinery only at original cost. It should be at original cost. Now machine of cost 15,000 is sold for 18,000. When I sell for 18,000, what's my entry? I'm getting 18,000. So bank account debit 18,000 to machinery 15,000 to profit 3,000. So I will come here to machinery and write by bank 15,000. Balance is how much? 85,000, which will be carried forward. Generally, the cost method is easy method, because from the cost, remember guys, what you can reduce is only cost. Don't reduce 18,000 of selling price. Even if you sold at a loss, let's say you sold at 6,000 rupees only, I will still reduce what? 15,000, because that cost of machine is leaving my books. Are you following guys? Understanding? Clear? This is the easy one. I will do a sum in depreciation also tomorrow. I'll just keep those PDFs ready, so no need to waste time. In the second method, machinery account and provision for depreciation, where at the beginning of year 3, in this opening is 1 lakh, provision is 80,000, sorry, provision is 20,000. Same thing, I am selling the machine costing 15,000 for 18,000. This is where it gets tricky. Over here, I will still write by bank 15,000 and my closing will be 85. Not an issue. I will show third method also. If it's shown net, if it's instead of 1 lakh, if it is 80, what we will do? That time you will not reduce 15. Okay. I will come to that later. Now, provision should also reduce by how much? Follow. For the asset of 1 lakh, depreciation was 10,000 per year, correct? Now, asset sold, what is the original cost in our example? So, 15,000 worth of asset is sold. What is the depreciation for that? 1,500 for 1 year. So 2 years will be 3,000. That provision should also be reduced by 3,000. So balance provision will become 17,000. Are you following guys? Let me write the entry for this. Entry, I will write both the entries, you will understand. First entry is bank account debit 18,000 to machinery 15,000 to profit 3,000. This everybody knows. Now I am going to rewrite that. How I am going to rewrite that? Bank account debit 18,000 to machinery account 15,000, but instead of writing to profit, how much guys? 3,000. What I will do, I have to remove the depreciation from the books. So I will write here, if I have to remove the depreciation, provision should be debited off. Provision for depreciation account debit, how much? 3,000 account to no, why will 18 come? Here, okay, here it will be bank 1821 minus 5, we have 6,000. Yeah, we will also, I will write in profit will come here 3,000. This will be, one second, some question issue. Yeah, okay. This is one method, guys, where I'm writing profit. Here I'm writing what? Machinery, this is original cost. The other method is I will set off both and find the book value of machinery that is sold. Book cost is 15 minus depreciation of 3000. So what is the book value of machine sold? 12,000. So in this case, bank will be this, 2 machinery will be 15. So what is happening here? Provision is reduced by 3000, bank is increased by 18. What is my actual profit here? It's not 3000. Profit is actually 6,000. Profit is 6,000. So here what will happen? In the other method, instead of writing 15, I will write 12,000 net of book value and write my profit as 6,000. Why am I writing it 12? Because in this second method, machinery account will be shown at 80,000 after reducing depreciation. So this is book value. Here they are saying original cost of 12,000 which is sold at 18,000. So if original cost is 15,000 minus 3,000 depreciation, the book value is 12. So from this I will reduce only 12,000. Are you following, guys? So that time my entry will be bank account debit 18,000 to profit. I am selling for 18 whose cost is book value is 12,000. So profit is 6. To machinery 12,000 which is book value, which is nothing but 15 minus 3,000. Are you following? This is one way of entry. The other way is, here I will write provision for depreciation 3,000, then instead of 12 this will become 15. Either show at cost and depreciation or show this at book value. That's it. Are you following, guys? So we will do a few sums. So what is pending for us is JLP, you want sums, partnership one sum, JLP adjustment. Okay, send me that sum number. I will do that sum. So JLP one sum. See, JLP is nothing but partners are taking joint life policy and they are going to share based on profit sharing. I think it's easier to do it with the sum. Okay, you just send me that sum. I will go through that. Consignment, I have question number 8, which won't take much time since you are going to go through. BRS, you wanted one sum, and depreciation one sum plus NPO. Okay, then I can do one thing now. Can I do off one depreciation sum now, or it's too late? Too late. Okay, fine. Then what we'll do tomorrow, I'll start off with NPO, finish off NPO, then do consignment, that one sum, do your JLP, then time I will spend for BRS one sum and depreciation. That's the agenda. But tomorrow we will start at 2 p.m. itself. I have class tomorrow. Yeah, I can start at 2 and we'll end whenever it gets over. Fine. See you guys. And last day will be law revision, 7:30 to 7:30. Thank you, guys. See you in the next session.